Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. We're going to be taking a look at just random shit, because that's what's good. Before I do, though, of course, I need to... Oh, there we go. I need the, hit the elephant in the room, supposedly, or so to speak, or whatever. Which is... a random on game permissions? That's interesting. People are still using that idiots, you know who I'm talking about. That person's document. They're trying to use it as a gotcha. It's not happening. Oh, and number two, also, I do like to apologize for putting drama in this whole shit. I'm done with that fucking drama. It's just fucking weird. Like, the more I look at it, the less interested I am in it, in the sense of, it's, like, I'm an autistic person, but these guys are, holy crap, they're even more autistic than I am. They're just absolutely, they're obsessed. It's just, it's weird. It's very strange how obsessed they are. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. They're not idiots. They're just, they have their own belief. They have their own belief, and so do I. Eva, the voice of reason. I'm glad you're here. You are the voice of reason. I need to keep myself in check because I wanted to use different words, but we'll say that I also made a mistake in using that word there too. So I do apologize for that. And chat box is in the spot. I don't know why it's... Oh, fuck. You know what it is? I was like, it's in the right spot. There it is. It's freaking... It was on whatever. Yeah, it is algorithmic training. It is algorithmic training. And here's the thing. I look at, for example, I look at Smash JT, which was one of the ones that I used to use as an example of what to go for. Smash JT, I look at False ID, I look at Kyo, I look at, even though some people don't like that I look at them, I look at Reses Desu, and other people out there in the VTuber world to get ideas of what I should do, and also to see what works on their end when it comes to thumbnails as well. I'm like, oh, this thumbnail looks kind of cool. Let me see if I can make it my own, type of thing. In the sense of, oh, I'd never thought of putting, you know, the VTuber there. I never thought of putting this there, putting that there. It's algorithmic training. Oh, dear God, there we are. It's algorithmic training. But people are still putting that stuff out there. And there's nothing I can do. So, as Eva has told me, but I'm an idiot. I am kind of dumb and autistic in the way that I am. I hyperfocus. Eva knows about the whole hyperfocusing thing. I've actually mentioned to her. I hyperfocus a lot. And I hyperfocus on wrong things. Which is why that whole drama shit happened. And I apologize for that. I absolutely do. You guys don't deserve for me to go into that whole bull crap there. You know what? We can have a little bit of a conversation. Do you want me to just, do you want to do it on the whatchamacallit? On the server? Or do you want to do it on the, Yeah, all five are doing identical font and coloring because the algorithm was promoting those thumbnails. Absolutely. And here's another thing. I've been accused of clickbaiting a lot. It's not clickbaiting when what you're talking about is actually there. You use, like, for example, I use, the cat uses. Yeah, we can go on the server. Okay. I use it, the cat uses. We're going into the courtroom area. The courtroom area. No worries, no worries. I know you got flaked, unfortunately, when it comes to Nijisanji sub covering, but sometimes there are good news. No. Look, I'm still covering good news when it comes to Nijisanji stuff. I'm not going to go into their commentary very much anymore. Liz, if you have something there that is interesting to you, tell me. But remember, today is news-free day in the sense of the stream is news-free. But there's certain situations that happened recently where I have to cover my situation personally. But it's a news-free day overall. But Liz, Liz Lesbians, Rose, Thorn, Evil Sword, Excalibur. I'll call you Excalibur. Excalibur, I do appreciate when you mention it. And I do appreciate, and I will actually cover things that are on there. Because what I do now when it comes to Kurosanji stuff is I will use them as a basis of where I get my information from. Like in the sense of they have links, I'll use those links, and I'll go directly to those links instead and formulate my ideas based on that. Ah, Thorn is the name of her sword. Okay. Don't feed the troll situation? Absolutely, John Lit. I made that stupid mistake. That is, I will tell you right now, that is YouTube 101. And it should be VTuber 101. And it's actually something that I've told other people not to do. But I did myself. Which is feed the trolls. There's the Irish name I have yet to find a transcription for. That is lost to Corin. That is lost to the ages. We're going to talk about a certain situation. There we go. Eva's here. Hello there. Let me make sure that they can hear you. Number one. And because sometimes I put it on the output device as G2720. And let's see. There you are. Ah, you're on my head. You were on my head for a bit. Because that's where I usually have Ami, so I will not put you on my head. I will be respectful and put you on the side. There we go. Let's see.
It's okay. My manager regularly puts me in a jar. It's really weird.
Well, that's the style of what the kids do nowadays, of course. So how are you today?
So, what? I'm great. How are you is the real question.
Oh yeah, well, as I told you, my autism really is strong with the hyperfixation. I was hyperfixated on a bit, but I was able to chat with the community in my replies and things like that. And I'm better. That's why I like these days when it's Sunday that I don't have to worry about news. I don't have to worry about anything. And of course, I will say this one thing before we start on anything. I know right now, she is the person that that did that hit piece on me. She is currently recovering from a surgery. So I wish her the best. We don't see eye to eye, but I'm not an evil bastard. I'm not an asshole. I wish her the best. I wish her a speedy recovery because it's hard to recover from surgery. It is. My mom is an example. She's had surgery recently and it's very hard to recover from that. So I wish her the best. Just saying that. No animosity, just talking about stuff that's been happening. So go ahead.
Yeah, I will say, because I remember that document and when you sent it to me, and it was actually for a while going to be one of my first videos, but it had happened long enough ago I decided not to follow through and make that video, just because it was like, at the time, those wounds hadn't been reopened or anything like that, and I'm like, okay, well, this is just a simple misunderstanding of what's known as algorithmic training.
Yeah.
And I brought up Kyo, False ID, the cat, you, and there was one other news VTuber I looked up as well, including Rev. But you guys were all for when the dokibird situation happened. You guys were using Nijisanji's color scheme and around the same font. And I mean, the kitty, if we're gonna, the cat was probably the second or third one to start doing it, and you did it around the same time. But like False ID, he kept everything pretty much normal and kept his purple color scheme, but everyone else was doing the rainbow colors, which are the colors for Nijisanji.
Yeah, and that's the thing. False, you can understand why. He already had issues beforehand, I think over a year ago, with Nijisanji copyright claiming him and trying to take down all of his videos and his channel, and so did Kyo. That's why False never ever uses any of Nijisanji's actual creators, and he uses his specific. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that, Lunar Fox. Purple is False's branding. He has made that his brand, his creative side, and I follow a bit of what he did. I'm not gonna lie. I also mentioned it when the whole thing happened. I take some cues from him. For example, he has a purple surround. I have a blue surround. I use that because, like, oh, that's eye-catching. Having a surround instead of it just being a thumbnail, kind of like having your own borders, having your own extra little thing there. That's interesting. So I did use that as part of my thing, but that's not my whole thing. You know,
and people have to remember too, like, brand theft is a lot more like narrow. It's an actual legal term, and it's like, remember, Nuxtaku had started making all of his thumbnails with the same shocked expression, making fun of Sniper Wolf. But that didn't mean that he was copying Sniper Wolf.
Yeah.
And this is thumbnails, you know? If the content is exactly the same, maybe that's one thing. But this is really low tier on the scale of, like, things to nitpick at other people about.
And that is the thing. It really, really seemed like a bit of a nitpick to me. Very much of a nitpick to me, and it is definitely unfortunate. The thing is, the way I'm seeing it now, and my fault is that because of the fact I was trying to build up, I was trying to do something, and I took it way too much to heart. I took it as a betrayal, because the person who did that document had been a friend, or at least I thought was a friend, for 4 years.
You know, yeah. And remember too, like, these Redditors who are bringing up the document are not like I'm pretty sure Miss Cat Girl is pretty removed from this kind of stuff now, because this drama is old, long done and gone with. So it's the equivalent. It's like the Reddit's equivalent of, like, someone finding a really bad tweet from 10 years ago and going, this is what you did 10 years. Yeah, well, that was a while ago. And even months and upwards of a year or two ago is, God, that's half of the time that VTubers have even been a thing.
Yes, it's very true. That's the thing that I always warn people when they come in. Like, I told you, I'm not a big dude. I don't see myself, you know me. I try to stay humble because that's the best way you can be. I have been someone who has tried to help other VTubers because, as you also know, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I admit that I make a lot of mistakes. Someone who makes mistakes and sees the blowback that happens from those mistakes, I don't want someone else to make the same ones. So I do try to help people and do those things. And me, as someone who tries to help people, and her in that document claimed, she was helping me and everything like that, I would never, no matter what they did, turn on someone else that I was mentoring or I was helping out or whatever, especially not in the way that she did. This is what like the hyper focus thing, because I'm pretty sure she focuses, like, she hyper focuses too, and this is what the obsession with numbers will do. Absolutely. Now instead of it being like a thing that you grow and learn together, now it's a source of competition. And at that point, your reptilian brain takes over, and it's gonna do what it can. Exactly. And the big issue that I had with the whole thing, the huge issue that I had with it, I mean, you could claim all that kind of stuff, but what made it more personal to me, like more of a personal attack. Number one, she never talked to me about this. She never talked about any kind of concerns that she had. She went straight to her social media. She went straight to doing this type of stuff. Number two, she did something that I hated, and I guess I still find it...
The document, I wouldn't necessarily say the document was made out of jealousy, so much as the document was made out of a certain level of paranoia. She managed to lock herself into, and this is not a criticism of her, this is what so many people do, like especially creators, but they'll lock themselves into an echo chamber where they're being told, this is what they're doing, this is what they're doing, they're all against you, and so they'll get into that PTSD mentality where they're viewing everything as a threat.
That is very true. They, like, I that's why I do the VTuber showcase. The VTuber showcase came from the bitterness that I felt. I'll be honest, I was bitter after that whole situation happened of people knocking each other down, people doing what they can to, like in that situation, even knocking down a friend, someone that you knew for 4 years. Instead of having that happen, I wanted to push people up. I wanted to be like, hell, there are people bigger than me. There are people that I've mentored in the past who have far outgrown me, even at my current size, far outgrew me. I never once felt jealousy.
I will say too, like on my channel, there was a video that I did recently that's called How Not to Make an Expose Document.
Yeah.
And while not as egregiously just false, her document was kind of on a similar level as that document.
Yeah, no, and that's like, there are nitpicks, of course, and the nitpicks are there. And she had, you know, she cherry picked everything to fit her narrative. But like the main thing I forgot to mention that really irked me is the accusations of stalking and other very vile behavior that she accused me of. She pretty much put me in the same camp as the people who do negative sexual things to others.
Yeah, of which, by the way, she had no
proof.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by like how not to make an expose document, because she made those claims alongside like most of her evidence was her showing like you guys' thumbnails being similar, or you guys covering similar content, which was like popular content that all React channels were reacting to at the time. So that's where it started, which is innocuous enough. But if you're like, if you isolate yourself and you build that up in your head, now everything that she sees you do, she's going to put through a filter of it's somehow threatening to her.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming her, but this is just what happens mentally to people who focus too much on those kind of things.
Yeah, and I will respond to John Lit. She doesn't see False, Kyo, and the big dogs as competition because, for example, False and Kyo were there before her or me. Number two, she wouldn't have any kind of firepower against them. And even if she did, there are enough people who know about False and Kyo and don't know about me that they would absolutely come to the defense of False and Kyo. Hell, I would come to the defense of False and Kyo.
Let's basically break it down like this, right? False and Kyo were like the generation before you and this cat girl, right?
Yes.
Which I'm just not naming her out of respect.
Me too.
But like, you guys were in a similar generation. You guys had a similar following and similar numbers until this document came out. And that's kind of like, as far as the scope of her influence, this is around the top of what she can ruin. It's hard to punch up and take someone down who you're punching up onto. So you're either gonna punch even or punch down.
Yeah, and look, I had my ideas of why this was being done. One of the things was, as I had shared to you and I had shared to my community, during that time, I was having massive growth, like 2,000 to 3,000 subs a month, which is massive compared to what I do now. I was paced to outdo her when it came to subs, and from the very beginning, from our first moment of being friends, I was always below her in the totem pole when it came to views and everything else. I was a small VTuber. I was trying to figure out how to get up. I didn't really find a niche in what I was doing. I found a niche in this news tubing thing. That's why I do 2 videos a day and 10 streams a week, because I like what I do. But I was pacing to outshine her. And I have no proof for this other than her actual doing it at the time that she did. The time that she did it was my time of highest growth. It was a time when when my videos were either outshining hers in the terms of views, or being talked about by other people bigger than us, that type of thing. And that is, what's the best way to do it well,
let's break it down here then, right? Because she takes you under her wing, so to speak. I believe those were her words in the document.
It was her wings.
And she basically goes, okay, these are the things to do growth that I've experienced and work from. So you started doing those things and you started growing, and the algorithm picked you up and you grew at a faster rate than she anticipated. And human beings, we do not react to shocks or surprises well. Typically speaking, they're going to react aggressively. Like Amadeus. I mean, the guy literally works Mozart to death just because he's a better composer than him.
Exactly. Exactly. You make a good point. And look, it's natural. It's happened to me where I've been like, oh my god, this person's growing more than I have. I mentioned
no, I don't
in my
think
head,
she. I don't think that was her intent. I just think that she convinced herself. She gaslit herself into thinking that Salvi was more of an actual threat than he ever had any hope to be. Because again, there was like weird stalking allegations and other things that were mixed in with the copycat allegations.
If it was just the copycat allegations, I would have had less of an issue, because it's like, I mean, anytime anyone's popular, you're gonna claim as copycatting. But the mixing in of stalking and being with that, of course, the thing that hit harder is she's a woman, saying stalking, saying all these types of things of making her, like, she was saying that I was making her feel uncomfortable. She was saying that I was making her feel unsafe.
I will say this though, at least you weren't accused of social human trafficking, like the document that I reviewed last week.
Oh yeah, if you take a look at, I did link your channel. If you take a look at the channel, that one is a good one, and it's like, I can't believe people would actually say social human trafficking. The reason why I hate those terms, and I hate terms like, you know, people using the PDF file thing too much, is because you water down those terms. You water down actual victims of human trafficking. You water down actual victims of adults doing inappropriate things to minors. And then what happens is that next time someone gets called that, and they actually are that, they're going to be like, well, it's just, you know, people are just trying to knock me down. People are just trying to do this. People are just trying to do that. You cannot water down those terms. And that's why, like, for me, that whole stalking thing, that whole making her feel...
Yeah, and so what this person meant by social human trafficking, by the way, to those who are like, what the heck? They were basically accusing this 18-year-old VTuber in Scotland of being like Andrew Tate, like doing the lover boy method in terms of human trafficking, where they convinced you to move out with them, and then they limit your ability to live or move out of the country without you being there. That is what Andrew Tate's been accused of, and that is what this VTuber accused this 18-year-old male VTuber of doing, which there's no evidence whatsoever, including, like, the evidence that they include is literally just them bitching about the guy to their friends in DMs.
Yeah, that was some really dumb stuff, and that's one thing that I have started to do. I don't know if you've noticed in my videos, what I've started to do is, because not necessarily I'm burnt out on our Nijisanji, they have legit stories in there. But what I'm doing, because of the fact that, you know, in my mind, if I give their commentary any kind of credence or any kind of etc., I give them power and strength that I do not want them to have, in the sense that, yes, Reddit is a cesspool of place, just like 4chan can be a cesspool of a place, but it can also be a place where you can get information. That's where, like, virtual YouTubers comes into play, and Nijisanji comes into play, where that's where, I mean, a lot of the information that I would have had to spend...
Yeah, you can be a lurker, sure, but I would not interact or engage or, God forbid, try to challenge the echo chamber that they're crafting at that platform.
Yeah, that place is a straight echo chamber, because of the fact I have seen posts about the cat lady be extremely positive, and any posts about me get knocked down into oblivion, and then the accusations that were made against me get popped up every single time. This was a very idiotic experiment that I did. I was like, well, I know I shouldn't feed the trolls, but what happens if I do? And I found out what happens if I do. They start foaming at the mouth, and they start really like, ooh, we have an in.
It kind of reminds me of the episode of The Office where Michael Scott, like, insists that people have to roast him, so they roast him, and then he gets really, like, upset about it.
Yeah, and on my end, I was like, once I started hyperfixating again, I was like, that was a mistake on my part. Whoops, made a mistake. I thought I was going to be able to... It's one of those things where you what was it? You think too highly of yourself, where you think that you're going to be able to handle it, and
you
then
overestimate your ability, your tolerance. So
exactly.
You think you can handle it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't handle this. Oops.
And I'm human enough, and I'm humble enough to accept I made a mistake. I couldn't handle it as well as I thought I could. Because I was like, oh, I've been dealing with this thing for months. It's been fine. You know, my growth has been fine, etc. Nah, dude, it hits you harder than you think, because it's like when people throw those kind of unwarranted things, a lot of times people can be like, oh, you can just toss it aside. But when you have the situation that I do with autism that makes me very much hyperfixate, and again, like, it gets to the point where like my brain doesn't let me sleep when I hyperfixate on those things, it is just in my best interest to not let that happen again, and not let that that chance to even
that's
pop
part
up.
of why like law and like researching the law helped me with my hyperfocus a lot, because now I can short circuit on that like obsessive thought pattern, because I go, okay, well, where does the law stand on what they've said, and does it really affect me? If it does, then that's another question, but usually the answer is no to that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Once again, I thank you for being here, just chatting and getting a different opinion, because I can say it to the rooftops, and it just sounds like I'm compensating. I'm just, you know, trying to make myself feel better. But you guys, the community, and others have helped me realize, oh, it's not just me. It's just anyone who looks at it with a...
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm Oompaville and he's Mr. Beast. I'm kidding.
Oh God, man. Like that, yeah, those things are crazy. The whole Mr. Beast thing is crazy. The whole everything else is crazy. But I have, after, you know, the whole situation, this recent situation and everything, I have made sure that the video after that was apologizing to everyone that had to deal with that extra bit of craziness going on there. It's not something I should ever bring to the channel. The only craziness I should bring is, you know, any type of news stories that pop up. That's why, like, right now I use more, if and you people who watch my stories know that I use a lot more Twitter now, like direct Twitter, not just like someone saying, oh, this is happening, but, you know, like going to the Hololive themselves, going to Hololive themselves, going to the agency themselves, going to the Vtuber themselves, and talking about it from there. Because once I started realizing people are here for my opinion and here for what I do and what I say, then I should go more to the source.
What I will say too is there aren't like, you don't see many news VTubers like posting independent retractions or apologies. You don't see many creators doing that, period, unless they're like have a ukulele or it's just like the worst apology in the world. So a sincere apology just due to a misstep in behavior or even like unknowingly spreading misinformation. You doing that as consistently as you do holds to your integrity as a journalist, in my opinion.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I can tell myself all I want that you know, needs some more integrity, etc. But having someone else means a lot to say that, and that's what I try to do, because like one of the recent criticisms is like I have an echo chamber in my chat or in my comment section. If you look at my comment section, the only time I've ever removed something is when either they try to dox me or they are actually not being overly critical, saying, you know, I'm trash, saying this and that. I just don't want that negativity.
Oh yeah,
on
your
there.
community is not an echo chamber. I've called you on some missteps several times, so. Like,
and I want that because, again,
like, you don't have yes men on your back.
Oh, absolutely not. And I don't want yes men, because yeah, yes men can make my ego go up, but that you know, if you let your ego rise too much, as the recent example of Mr. Beast, your fall can be extreme. You don't want yes men around you because they'll let you make mistakes because they don't want to tell you no. And I have told people here, there are people that are even people that are just straight up haters. I'm like, I appreciate your commentary. I leave it there. And usually it's other people that are like, dude, this is extreme. You shouldn't be saying that type of thing. I'll let the community police itself up to a certain extent. When it comes to doxing and that type of stuff, I'll police them before it ever comes out. That's why I have certain terms that aren't allowed. You know, like any kind of hateful terms, like actual slurs, I don't allow on any of my comments. Those usually get removed immediately. There's some things that YouTube removes in and of itself if it's seen to be too hateful, has too many swear words.
Well, it's nice too, because YouTube moderation will like, yeah, exactly, they'll remove it themselves.
Yeah, so sometimes people have actually come to me, it's like, dude, did you remove my comment? I was like, I didn't even see you had a comment. Then I'll go and check, I was like, yeah, YouTube removed that. It didn't even let it be posted. But that's what I try to do. I don't want an echo chamber. in my comment section or otherwise. In fact, in the last couple of videos, the one that I sent to you and the one before that where I fed the trolls, in both of those sections, I got a lot of critiques. I got straight up critiques. It's like, yeah, dude, you've messed up here. They have some legit criticisms, that kind of stuff. And I've left that. If I wanted an echo chamber, those would be gone. Like, those would be absolutely gone. You know? Oh no, Ash, you don't have to hold back. Ash, you don't have to hold back. If I mess up, let me know. As long as it's in a constructive way.
Yeah, and here's the thing too.
Good.
Like we have echo chambers. Like every community is gonna have an echo chamber, so I understand that. But like, you consistently challenging your own echo chamber and allowing even the occasional contrarian to always be able, as long as they're not just hateful, but as long as they're able to just even offer the devil's advocate argument, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
If you don't have knowledge on like the points of the other side, how in the world are you expected to persuade people onto your quote-unquote side?
Exactly. And one of the things that's being held against me, as I realized really fast, is there was a time when I got information just based on voice, which is never a good thing, because I realize that now. That's one of the mistakes that I was heavily criticized for. Ryoma Baronward, who joined Denoth. I will name it out here because I am just like, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's a lot of... Almost everyone did that.
Yeah.
Didn't everyone do that, though? Like, all the NewsTubers did that. And I think only one or two of you, including you, actually offered an apology afterwards and correction.
Yeah, I did. I made sure to correct myself. I was like, oh my god. Especially when the person I'm not going to mention who they are. I still remember the name, but I'm not going to mention who they are because I don't want any more drama or anything to pop up on them again. They're doing their own thing. Them, the independent VTuber, and Roma were streaming at the exact same time and doing live. Like, he was live reacting to his chat, the person who I had claimed was Roma. I was like, well, there is absolute evidence there that it's not the person. I was wrong. And that's when I went out. I was like, look, I'm not going to erase those videos because, number one, I am not the type of person to hide my mistakes. If you want to still criticize me on that mistake, keep criticizing me on that mistake, but I will correct it. I put a video after that. I put a pin, if I'm not mistaken, a pin comment on there saying I messed up here. I'm leaving this up, but I messed up here. This is not true. It has been found to be false, etc. Because I'm not going to hide my mistakes unless it's like a really stupid thing that it's like I really, really, really misspoke and it's doing more harm than good. Then yes, I will remove it.
Yeah, he did say it wasn't confirmed, and he says that about all things, but like, I'll be honest, I honestly believed it too. And it was pretty, well, like, we were all leaning towards there needs to be evidence that this guy isn't who we think he is, and then that evidence kind of like landed in everybody's lap.
Yes.
It's Salvi, and I believe it was either Kyo and False ID. I think you guys were like the only ones who went, oh, by the way, this is not who we think it is.
Exactly. We all did it. And the thing was, I had gotten insider information just like I did recently with the other Nijiliver who was, complaining about the other things that had been happening, about, the same thing that happened with Zaion Lanza, One Girl Story, of being in the red when they go into doing their debuts and things like that. I always mention, I have verified the information of the person and I verified those types of things on my own, but the information that I've used to verify, I am not going to share because that has personally identifying information, and I cannot, no matter what type of hatred I get, I will not cross that red line. That's a huge red line for me. I will not cross a red line that will put that person's livelihood or their actual personal safety at risk. And just so people can be like, yeah, you're right, I won't do that. I never will. And yeah, oh yeah, Melvin, the other mess up. Yep, that. Yeah, you're talking about one. I had to edit that one out. That was another mess up where I actually accidentally said the name of somebody I was talking about that I was trying to keep secret. Not the name, but their creator name. I had to edit that out of everything. I had to remove the VODs from it and stuff like that because I did it quick.
Sorry about that. I was just tossing your the live stream link into my chat's notification, so they know that we're here.
I appreciate that. if you don't erase the video, it's important to change the title and or pin a comment. Yes, Ash, I did do that. I did pin a comment on the Ryoma one. I absolutely pinned a comment. And on recently, in fact, very recently, something small. It was a small situation. With recently, Gamer Subs and Hololive have a collaboration now, and there was a person who turned out to be a fan of Crony in there, saying they're going to be getting 500 Gamer Subs shirts and 500 Gamer Subs cups. And immediately my radar went off. I was like, this is a scalper. I named it as a scalper because I didn't, I'm like, this person just scalper type behavior. I got reamed in the comments being like, this person is a heavy Crony fan. It isn't right, blah, blah, blah. So what I did do, I changed the description of it. I wish YouTube, before you had gone on YouTube, before a lot of people have gotten on YouTube, I'm an old school YouTuber. Back in the day, in my very, very original channel, what you could do on YouTube Editor was go in and add, you could, besides muting and blurring out, you could actually add text to your video. You can't do that anymore. Don't know why they removed that, but you could add text to your video. What I would have done is would have put a note on there, and I've done that before, where it's like, this is incorrect information. Look at pinned comment. They're super fan. It's and when you think about it in the super fan context, it's like, well, that makes sense. If you're a super fan, you want to buy as much merch of them as you can because you want to have extra spares and just fill your room with their merch. That makes sense. And it was more of a joke. So I did put that in the comments, and I put an apology to that person in the comments. And I said I was incorrect. I originally thought that it was a scalper. It ended up being a huge fan of Crony. And, my apologies to them. And then in the description, same thing. Apologies. And I even changed the title to not have anything having to do with scalpers. Just the Gamer Subs thing. And the only time you would have heard anything scalpers is when I said it in the commentary. But of course, since YouTube doesn't allow you to put in anything after other than blurring it out or like removing it all or muting it or whatever, I can't have like an outward visible correction on screen like I would before. I don't know why they removed that, but that's one of those things, they add and remove things all the time. But yeah.
Oh, you're talking about annotations, aren't you?
Yeah, the annotations. Yeah. Unless I don't know how to do them. Fuck. Can you still do annotations?
Yeah, I remember that being a thing, and I didn't realize it, but I think you're right. I don't think that you can add annotations anymore.
Yeah, I used to be able to do that because back in the day, also, a lot of my videos would get full-on blocked due to audio. I'd mute the audio and be like, audio muted for copyright issues, and I put the annotation up on there. They don't allow those, as far as I can tell from straight up editing, they don't allow that anymore, and I don't know why. Like, you can put up, let's see, from editing, you can only do trim and cut, blur.
Well, I remember it was not only just annotations, they got rid of their messaging service, and they also got rid of video responses.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember video responses? Those were badass. You could literally direct record from your webcam or whatever, and, yeah.
It was good. It was different times. It was like some people would say it's like the Wild Wild West of stuff. Like I'm showing them here. You can only trim, cut, blur, audio, end screen, and info cards. That's all you can do on YouTube when it comes to anything going on there. That's all you can do when it comes to anything. And this is of course my channel here. But that's all you can do on your channel. You can't do before the annotations. You can't do any extra words, any that kind of stuff like that. And it's so useful. I don't know why they removed it. Maybe they felt it was something that not a lot of people used. So they're like, let's remove that for other things that we're adding in here. But I used it a lot because
I think they didn't like it because creators didn't like being contradicted. And there was a lot of video responses that that's all it was someone just literally offering a good argument to counter whatever the video was claiming. I liked it for that, but I could see it not being good for creators who just might not have thick enough skin to have an honest discussion.
Yeah. And that I can understand that. And I can understand that idea, but I did like the kind of back and forth. I mean, there are a lot of people, I will say there are a lot of people with very, very, very thin skin. I'm someone who I thought I had thick skin, but my skin is a little thinner than I thought. But there are people with extreme thin skin, to the point where like people will get swatted for just a simple phrase they say, or a simple time that they beat somebody in a game. They'll literally get swatted, which is putting someone's life in danger. You know? So yeah, that's something that does happen.
Yeah, not only swatting, but just doxing too. Like, people forget, and like, and I don't know if people, if your chat knows like the state that you're in, but for instance, I'm in California.
I'm saying,
and if you dox me, you can be held criminally liable for a case. Yeah, so it's literally doxing, which in California, doxing is even if the information is public, but it's republishing that information to a new audience with intent to cause harm. That is a criminal offense. So, like what Sniper Wolf did to Jackstone, that should have gotten her criminally charged.
Absolutely, it should have. I mean, it absolutely should have, and especially in California. But it also, unfortunately, will always depend on whether.
And it didn't, because the district attorney decided not to. But people have to remember. Well, we have right now, what is it? Three cases recently that were anti-doxing cases.
Yeah.
2 in California and 1 in Georgia, because Georgia has very similar laws in terms of like cyberbullying and cyber harassment. So it's getting traction, and the district attorneys and like attorney general are finally understanding like what these crimes are, how they're committed, and why they're dangerous. But it's still gonna take a while before people start learning you can't just say crazy, reckless things or leak people's identifying information online with intent to bring them harm.
Because that is taken, at least in California from what I understand, is taken pretty much similar to an actual assault, because you are attempting to cause that harm to somebody. And that's why, for example, it over here, as far as I know, when it comes to swatting.
Assault, so
go ahead.
Assault, remember, assault is not like necessarily like physical harm. It's even just being intimidated can be considered like assault. So it is in a weird way like cybernetic assault. Well, okay, that sounds like some edge runners just punched you into oblivion, but it's like cyber assault.
Yeah, it does sound like it's an edge runners thing, but it's because these laws were created. It sounds a little bit extreme to say it, but it's very true. They were written in blood. There were people who actually got hurt from this. There were people who actually lost their lives due to this. And enough people were against it that they're like, we need to fix this.
Speaking of swatting, did you saw the quartering got called by the FBI because they caught a guy that called for SWAT on the quartering multiple times, according to your chatter, Gerald Lewis Nail.
I did know that there were people who did want to swat him. I didn't know what the FBI called him, because the FBI, that's what ends up happening with swatting. It goes to the state, but the federal government, since it is technically across state lines, if you're doing it in an online space. If, like, for example, I am in California and I try to get them swatted in Georgia, that is technically interstate stuff. That is crossing state lines. That becomes a federal issue besides the state issue in California and the state issue in Georgia. So that's why the FBI gets involved.
So it ended up being elevated to a federal level. Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. Because, I mean, before they didn't take it seriously, and that's why, like I said, unfortunately, things like this a lot of times are written in blood. A lot of times, things like that are caused because, you know, people end up losing life, or get hurt in some way from someone just not liking the other person and finding offense to it or wanting to troll.
Hell, even look what happened with Camilla, where dear God, I never want to go to a convention now, because the idea that someone would put a tracker in my guests and then like just roll up with a sledgehammer, my God.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. And after that, just to let you know, Idol Brave Group itself said, from now on, moving forward, no gifts whatsoever. Nothing that is bigger than a letter will ever be accepted at any convention, at any of our mail. It will be tossed away. It will be thrown out. Do not send any more actual like gifts. because they saw that it got so huge, I covered it myself.
So you have the weird, freaky minority ruining it for everyone.
Exactly, because there are people who want to show their affection, want to show their care and stuff like that for those people. And they make some things. Like, there are people who will make actual, gifts for them. They will do handcrafts and stuff like that, not with the bad intent that this person had. But like you said, it takes one person to ruin it for everyone else. And the thing was that really scared me about her thing and scared her was every single time that she was streaming, boom, hit again. Every single time that there was another situation, like either they knock on the window or she's because she has cameras, she took precautions. She has cameras, she had a weapon with her, she had a gun that she knew how to use. Her father taught her how to use it all the time, that type of thing. She had that. Jesus Christ, there's so many Trojans that my freaking system is catching in. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting attacked.
What was honestly horrifying to me, honestly, is the fact that they actually, they muted themselves when they heard the noise because they didn't want their chat to hear anything go down. That's really considerate, but also horrifying that has to be the thought process that she's going through.
It is terrifying for me even. And let me give you an idea of where I live. I live in a neighborhood that's dangerous enough that my windows are all windows that in the house. All glass or any entrances to the house have pretty much prison bars or security doors on them because of the neighborhood I live in. Even then, I would be scared out of my mind if someone did that. Even if I knew they couldn't get in because of the security door, or it gave me an extra minute or two because of the security door, and they couldn't get in my window because, I have those bars, it would still scare the crap out of me. I'm a guy. I'm not a small dude, and I know how to defend myself. But it would scare me because you don't know. That's a crazy person. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know how crazy they are. And like you said, the fact that she had the thought to mute because she didn't know she was going to scream. She didn't know if the guy was going to come in and attack her. She didn't want her chat to have to go through any of that. And she was also thinking, I have a weapon. I might have to, might have to discharge it in order to defend myself. But I don't want, even in that serious situation, she was actually thinking not only of herself, but of her chat and things like that. And I'm sure that worried her chat even more. I mean, that worried me. That's why I covered it several times. I covered every single update that she gave, and I covered when it first came out. Because as a VTuber, we value our anonymity in the sense of, I can say I'm from California. California's a freaking huge state with 40 million people. You're not going to find me very easily. But still, even then, it is scary to think that someone somewhere, because...
Yeah, I have no issue saying that I'm in California either because of that exact reason. And I'm in such a weird, rural, mountainous area of California. People who are in this area can't find me. Good luck on anyone else.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that VTubing, the only reason why I'm making content now is because VTubing opened up that avenue. Because I just don't feel, especially when I do a lot of traveling, I live on my boat, I'll sail on my boat, my face just on YouTube and be like, hey, there's this girl who's just alone on a boat or traveling on a van life or whatever. That just doesn't sit right with me. But at least this extra layer of anonymity gets rid of that anxiety.
Exactly. And the thing is, for example, and others know, I'm not sure if you remember, the Needy Sisters did actually somehow, like I said, there's always crazy people. They found out my nuclear docs, the severe docs. They found that, and they put it out in their, there used to be a website that was basically like Kiwi Farms, but for the Needy Sisters to put out information like that. I don't know why they found it important enough, but my docs were out there. NYF.co, NYFco.org, whatever it was now, it's down. It's down permanently, so I'm glad about that. But me, a small news tuber, got nuclear doxed. It got severely doxed by somebody, and that is scary. The way I saw it, it was even if they're not going to be able to get in, number one. Number two, the police in my area already have me on kind of like a SWAT list, a list of possible swatting victims, in the sense that what they will do, what this does, it doesn't mean that, the SWATs won't ever go through. Yeah, you show your love by throwing stuff at me. You definitely do, Lunar. What they will do is that they give me a call instead. For example, someone says...
It's pretty wild that you actually have to, like, SWAT teams and police departments now will call ahead. And it's... If you're a creator, you'd be surprised how quick the cops have you on the radar, just so they can give a call to the house before they do what they've been asked to do because of some false report that's coming.
Exactly. And you can do that. If you are ever wanting to be a creator, you can go to your local police station. If you think that someone is going to be the type of a-hole to do this type of stuff to you, you can go and be like, look, I am online. I am a content creator. I have people who don't like me. And I am someone who streams on the internet consistently. And then you could go and be there and be like, if you receive a call that I have done something aggressive, etc., give me a call. This is my direct number. I will pick up every single time. Give me a call. And here's the thing that'll happen. They'll give you a call. They won't not come. So they'll still come because they still have to do their due diligence as law enforcement officials. They still have to do their due diligence. They'll come and they'll be like, can you meet me outside? They'll call you, be like, I'm going to be there in a couple minutes. Meet me outside. I want to, so we can have a chat and see what's going on. And they'll do that. They'll be like, I'll call you again when I get there. Like I've talked to people. They're like, I'll call you again when I get there. They've told me that's what they do. At least responsible police stations. And then stay on the phone with me. Come out and then we'll chat. Because I don't. It's like, they don't want to be responsible for hurting someone that had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
And what's nice too about this as well is the more creators that do this and make sure that they have this kind of deal set aside with their police department, is the more the police department and the authorities are able to go after the people who are doing this, because they've been given a heads up, hey, you might get a false report. And if they know that the report is false at the time of receiving it, they can do a lot more in tracking that person down.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I'm glad. It sucks. It sucks that they even have to worry about that. It sucks that they even have to double check it nowadays, because, I mean, what, 20 years ago, you would receive a call and it would be taken seriously. Now, they have to think, is this just somebody angry at them? Is this, some other stuff that's happening? Is it, because it could be not necessarily someone who is an angry person online. It could be an angry ex or girlfriend, boyfriend, partner. It could be a family dispute where someone just wants revenge. You have no clue who it could be. It could just be absolutely anybody. And that is the risk that keeps happening there, unfortunately. And I wish I didn't have to take that extra step, but
I've heard a story about a guy who just would randomly call find addresses on the yellow pages and just report those as like someone's at this address. Like, literally. So there's nothing personal in it. It's just wild chaos.
Just trolling for the sake of trolling, just being that kind of a-hole. And I don't like that. Like, I've had to call police on people before, but that is for actual, like, physical violence, actual physical stuff like that. So wasting resources, actually, if you're caught, the police actually do go very severe, and so does California for that. Even nowadays, California, because of, we're a big state.
It's typically a $5,000 fine and upwards of a year in jail per incident of false reporting.
Yeah, per incident. And if you have several incidents, they definitely will go for the year in jail or more. They'll try to throw the book at you, because they want to make sure you don't do this again. They want to make sure to make an example of you, to have it on the books. Hey, anyone who wants to try to do this, the last person who did it is 5 years in jail and their parole is like 2 years from now. So you're gonna get stuck in there. People don't like jail, no matter how hard they seem to be. They don't like jail. So that is one thing that I'm very glad that they do, and I'm glad that they continue to do this. And let me post your...
I like jail. I'm a tough-hearted, grizzled elf that don't need no... I'm not sure where I was going with that, but yeah.
I'm going to shout you out again in my... because there's some people who didn't know who you are. Shouting you out again in the YouTube side. so that people can check out your other content. Like I said, I'm the type of person that I will.
Yes, I'm Elfire Eva. I'm a VTuber. I do a lot of reporting from like a legal perspective, as I have a background in law. Yeah, and then I do gaming and stuff too. But yeah, that's me.
She was recently. I'm gonna pump you up a little bit more. She was recently on Legal Mindset too, covering the Sarah Boone trial. So yeah, she's a star now. So yeah, I put you on. I put you on my YouTube. I made sure to put you on my YouTube.
I am not a star, but I have just reached 1,000 subscribers, and my cover of Country Roads is on my YouTube. Jesus, I'm having a stroke here.
And I have linked your YouTube on the chat, of course, so that they can check that out if they want to as well. Yep, she's a law elf. She's a law elf. Yep, the Country Roads cover coming. Oh, JP is one of your peeps. Oh man, I love Saribot on the Twitch side. You should get that if you stream a lot on Twitch. Saribot, I'll give you the link to it later on. But it is so useful for those spammers that are like, get viewers here. I've sadly
decided not to stream on Twitch. Right now it's YouTube. I might branch out to Kick, but like Twitch and the type of VTuber I am and the body type I have, just not a good idea.
True. Very, very true. Yes, you're very right. You know, I didn't think about that. You have a body type that's whoever is in charge of Twitch just doesn't seem to like, because I've covered it several times that VTubers with your body type who are full-grown adults as you are.
My body type is justice, if you will.
Justice.
But Twitch is not about justice.
No, Twitch does not like justice. We already know. We've seen that, yes. But I've covered it several times where people have gotten the boot for a day or 7 days or whatever. I mean, recently Shondo herself got it for the same thing, and Fallen Shadow for 7 days because of the whole situation. And it's really crazy that only VTubers are getting hit with that. That the craziness of the double standards and things like that are going on. I put myself at risk sometimes by doing that with Twitch, but I'm just like, F it. I have YouTube if I need to. And people will find me there. If I need to move to Kick, I'll move to Kick. I don't have a big enough following that Kick would even... I mean, I do have a Kick because I made sure to reserve a Kick when Kick was starting off. I made sure to reserve a Kick, although, like I said, I'm not big enough. No one would steal my stuff. But just in case, I decided to do that. So I can always move to Kick.
Yeah, I made a Kick as well. I think I also made a Rumble, and I made a Twitch as well, but like who knows? I might end up banned on Twitch without ever streaming. That's happened 2-3 times now?
It has happened several times. Because here's one thing that people don't understand about Twitch, and YouTube is doing this now too. Twitch says that you can be banned for any off-site behavior. Any off-site behavior. So if you happen to post a showcase of your body type, or post
YouTube has that as well in the TOS.
TOS. So basically, you do that. You send anything that could technically break their TOS, even if it's not on their platform. You can get banned for it, and that's number one BS on my part. Because ban me for something I do while I'm streaming on your platform. Don't ban me. Don't go actually, literally stalking me and going to my other places, and seeing everything I do with a fine-tooth comb in order to get me in some way and block me and ban me. Don't go and do that. Just actually go and
I don't know.
Judge me for what I do.
I think that Twitch is going to, and I don't think it's happening right now. I think this is probably at least months out, if not maybe even upwards of a year or more. But like Twitch has been doing a lot of things that they're going to end up paying for. Whether that's paying for it in the court of public opinion or even quite directly financially is irrelevant to me. I just know that they've been building up a lot of negative karma, and it's bound to come back to them sooner or later.
It will. And yes, Tesla Meccano, even if it's an accident, they don't care. If it breaks their TOS and it's on like Twitter or it's on Rumble or it's on anything like that, they will get you. If it's brought to their attention, which, as we know, thanks to Bungo Taiga recently, if someone hates you enough, they will report you again and again and again. If it's brought to their attention, you will have consequences for things that aren't even your fault. Just people being evil and people wanting to send you to the Shadow Realm. And it's sad that we're in that situation. Sorry, I had a drink.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. If I set up the thing, like my stream where like people could throw things at me, I'd want to have like some kind of ultra instinct mode where like your avatar just immediately dodges it, so it never actually hits. But they do get to throw things at you.
And you could that would be great is of course this would be a lot of programming involved. If you could do that, and then on like 1 out of like 1,000 it'll hit, so they'll have that hope that it'll hit eventually, but you don't know when it is. It's like an RNG thing. That would be cool.
Yeah, you put it just on a simple RNG. Yeah, that wouldn't be too hard to program actually. What would be difficult is the animation of just your avatar suddenly becoming sentient and dodging digital things being thrown at them.
Yeah, and as you can see, my chat on Twitch loves throwing stuff at me. Although I will say, as I'm getting hit by tennis balls right now, in general, they're pretty cool and respectful when it comes to like when I'm recording stuff. When I'm just chatting like we are now, I'm not. I have seen too many people get really pissed off at people using a feature that you yourself are allowing to use, like to be used. Like I've seen people actually get ticked off at them using it too much, and I'm like, that's why it's there. If they have the points, that's why they get points. They're gonna use it. That's just how people are. Don't get angry at that. In fact, you probably are egging them on even more if you get angry at that. Why can't Twitch throw nuts at the squirrel?
Would they ban a VTuber robot if they, for some reason, believe the VTuber robot was over-sexualized in some manner? Yes, they absolutely would.
Yeah, they would. They definitely would. That's why, like, for example, Sayu recently had her Halloween outfit, and she specifically made it so her thighs were robotic. So her thighs didn't have any skin on them. And it seemed like they were okay for the most part from the sensors. Now, they could have still been like, well, I mean, for some people that could still be sexualized, but I'm like, then you're reaching, and I think that's why they didn't do anything. But yeah, she had her thighs kind of like more transparent and more like with the robotic things underneath it, because, you know, she's a cyber kato or cyber donkey or whatever she is right now. She's cyberpunk, so she had that more, and it's like, well, in that case, it's not looking like the groin, it's not looking humanistic, so in that way, you know, she kind of was able to skirt that issue a bit, which was fun to see. Hello, Agent Ned. But yeah, when it comes to a lot of my stuff, I have put now as an intro to my stuff, everything I have here has commentary, my opinion, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna keep my opinion going. I'm just letting you know I'm not gonna stop.
Armchair expert 7-hour stream last night on Vshoujo's toxic relationship with Twitter. Yeah, I could see them having I mean, look, if you're a corporation or just a person, your relationship is default toxic with Twitter, okay?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It is, I think I do like Armchair Expert stuff. I do like what he says and the insight that he has because of, you know, the fact that he's more into the marketing part and all that kind of thing. One of the big issues with Vshoujo that some people are seeing is that they seem to be egging it on in the way that they react. If you're reactionary, as some people are reactionary, I'm not going to absolve myself of those sins. I'm reactionary in a lot of things too. When you're reactionary, as I've learned very, very recently, and I've learned fully, that's what they want. That's exactly what they want. You're feeding it, and they get worse and worse and worse, instead of making it better, even if the reaction is just setting the record straight. The fact that you even acknowledge their existence a lot of times will lead them to egg it on even more. And as an agency, as a VTuber independent, you're like, well, this is a person who can't manage his emotions. As an agency and being under an agency, you're like, that's bad management. It starts looking really bad. It starts affecting the whole PR of the agency, that type of thing. Even with Vshoujo being more lax in the management, in the sense of they're not like Hololive. They're not like Nijisanji, who's like breathing down your necks every single time you put anything out there. They will make sure that it is correct and stuff.
I would say their more lackadaisical approach is what has gotten them in trouble with past controversies, though. Especially like with the situation they had where the people were trying to dox and running that scam involving one of the Vshoujo talents they were posing as, and Nuxtaku got involved and ended up like helping to find the guy, and then there was like it was just a bunch of insanity, and the reason why is because they didn't have a PR team or somebody in charge of public statements actually like keeping all that info, because all it was just a big misunderstanding. Somebody sniffed when they should have scurried, and it just threw everything off. So even though it was something that could have been fixed with a simple phone call, because they don't compartmentalize their PR statements, that's just the increased risk of what's going to happen. But the inverse side of it is something like Nijisanji, where it's way too much control, and now you can't believe anything that's coming out of any Nijisanji account or Nijisanji associated account's mouth, because that could just be the corpo talking.
Yeah, and that's what
she said.
and that's what happened, Lunar Fox. And that's what happened when it came to Selen during the time that now we know, as Dokibird mentioned, that when they were, after the last cup of coffee thing, during the moment when she was, as we now know, stealth suspended, she lost use of all of her accounts the moment she got stealth suspended, and then there were messages sent by her supposedly that she's doing better because she was in the hospital for a bit for the reasons that we already know, and saying that she was better and blah blah blah. She said herself, I did not have access to my accounts at that time. I didn't even have access to my phone. The hospital didn't give me access to my phone until way later. So it was like, oh, then there is, because Nijisanji and large corporations have always had people say, oh, you skinwalk, oh, you do this, you do that, you talk as your livers, you talk as the people that you're representing. This was actual proof of an agency actually doing that. And that is what scared me, and that what scared a lot of people, and that's what drew a lot of people away from Nijisanji. One thing I will always say, on that whole note, I always say this, and I try to say this every time I bring it up. Some people say I'm like a broken record, but I want people to understand, because not everyone that watches me has watched me all the time. There's some new people that watch me. Yes, I rail a lot on Nijisanji. Main attack that I have is upper management of Nijisanji. Not even direct talent managers, because they're usually the peons, the lower ones, that they just do what they're being told. I'm talking about the upper management, the people in the C-level execs, and the people that are directly below them. They're mismanaging everything. Never do I go against the talents unless they themselves, I criticize, just like I'm open to criticism, I criticize them when they do something wrong, like Illyra, Vox, and Ike when they did the black screen stream. I criticize them for it. If they apologize, like what Hex has done recently,
yeah, exactly. The infamous black screen stream. My God, that was, and even though it was clear to me on God, every level, like my legal bones were shaking, my spidey sense was shaking, all the extra senses I have were shaking, because I knew that they were, like, Alera might have, she might have quote unquote volunteered, but I think it was more like she was voluntold.
A lot of that, yes.
If they weren't like pushed to do that stream, I do think that at the very least Nijisanji was being very dishonest with how they presented information from Doki's side to the livers, to get the livers upset at Doki, to then motivate them to make those disparaging comments on that stream.
When that stream happened, that's one of the things I covered. I was like, either, it's worse if they did it out of their own volition. But a lot of them seem to have been reading prepared statements. You could even hear in some cases them flipping pages. And they said they saw the documents, but they probably didn't see all of them. They just saw what Nijisanji wanted them to see. It's very easy for that to happen when it comes to an agency, when it comes to a large Japanese corporation that has a huge amount of bureaucracy, huge amount of honor
And
code
what's
stuff.
wild too is, I mean, I believe there was I was believed that like private information that should have only been privy between Nijisanji legal and Doki's legal team should have like, and they're just like, here, show this out and leak it, and then we can say, oh well, we didn't leak it, but well, you did. It's the old, like, they're trying to have that cake and eat it too, and have been for a very long time now, and it's just, it's interesting to see, like, both fascinating and saddening for the livers in Nijisanji EN. Like, Nijisanji JP seems to be doing fine, but EN it's been all but abandoned.
Absolutely. They have absolutely abandoned it. And as a VTuber, as someone who works hard to create content, and yes, I make mistakes a lot, and I get criticized a lot more, I think, because I'm doing news / what people call drama. You know, they try to hold you to a higher standard, which is fine. But they themselves, when you are, for example, some of them, especially the ones that were in Nijisanji ID, like they would mention, I think Michi even mentioned, like, she was struggling to live before Nijisanji. Nijisanji was giving her more stable income, at least for a time. When you're going, one thing I mentioned when I was saying all those things, when people are like, why don't they just leave? I mentioned, when you come from zero or very much struggling to, yes, this place sucks, but it's paying my bills, it's very scary to go back to having nothing. It's very scary to go back to having to scrape by on ramen or whatever, when now you can not necessarily buy filet mignon, but you're at least being able to buy your groceries, pay your bills, not worry about your power being shut down, that type of stuff. It's very, very scary to move from that to
you can buy
nothing.
You can buy the occasional bag of beef jerky, and that's pretty cool.
I mean, when you're going from like I've been in both situations. I've been in situations where like there are times when there was like a week that I luckily I'm not a small boy, but I was able to, you know, drink water and that kind of stuff. There was a week where I didn't have any food, and it was in university, and there were people around me who figured it out because they were seeing that I had less energy and stuff, and they would actually bring me some stuff, and I felt so guilty when they would bring me stuff. But like sometimes you have those situations, and imagine someone that was in that situation in a place like Indonesia who doesn't have so in some places they're high cost of living but low pay, places like that, going from zero to not having anything and like barely scraping by, and it's a luxury to have beef jerky, it's a luxury to even have ramen.
Okay, everyone wants cake all of a sudden, and I don't know why.
Want cake? Oh, because you said they want their cake and eat it too. So that's why. They're like, now I want cake. And then I think some people are using different.
But the cake, okay, that's fair. The cake is a lie, chat. The cake is a lie.
Yes, and to take the Portal reference, absolutely. In case some people are too young to understand Portal, that was a Portal reference. But yeah, it's like me as well. I'm blessed that I have, like, thanks to the community, Lunar Fox and others, I have enough to buy myself, like, okay, recently I bought myself a box of Funyuns chips. With like the tiny like little 25-cent Funyun things. That's what I could afford. I bought myself a box because people were nice enough to give it to me, to send me that kind of stuff. Throne also sometimes has things where I really haven't kept up on my Throne, but where you can just make little wish lists of small things or bigger things, and people can slowly give some money to it and help you out there. And nowadays, I think Throne is.
Well, yeah, I have a Throne. I think it's computer parts on it right now.
Well, yeah, and like, if and when people give to that, I know whenever you have Throne and stuff like that, you have to announce it or else people won't know. And then you as yourself and others that I've seen that have a Throne don't ever push it out where it's like give. It's like, hey, if you were thinking of either giving, you know, especially since you're not fully monetized yet, you can't give super chats. Here's another option of where you can give something that will actually help, like, because people. I've heard, at least from my community and others, sometimes people...
When, if I had my OBS cam on and, like, a Ko-Fi donation came in, it'd give me head pats and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, for my Throne, I have a little... It says, view my Throne and it's, like, the bottom left-hand corner. I've never actually, like, verbalized those links as existing. They just exist.
And the thing is, of course, when you entertain, when you give something to somebody, like something of value, they what I was gonna say before is like there are people who are like, I won't super chat because what do I get out of it other than them reading it? Then that's another option. There's a throne where or the Kofi where they give something, you get a head pat. That's a direct response to what's happening. You get to give her a head pat. Or the throne that you're actually giving something physical to the person. It's like sending a gift. But you, luckily with Throne, they'll never know where you live. They'll never know anything about you because Throne.
Yeah, the headphones I'm using right now, as well as the ocarina that I was sent, and there was a mouse that was sent as well, but like it either wasn't sent or didn't arrive, something weird. I had to file a claim with that, but 2 out of 3 of the things that I just had on a wish list just appeared here one day. And that not only makes the chatter or watcher of yours actually feel like they're helping contribute to the production value of your show or whatever, but it also it's a much more direct way of supporting than through like a YouTube super chat, which you're only going to see those pay out what is it, once a month?
Yeah, once a month. And the advantage is, as far as I know, well, the difference is, for example, just going a little bit behind the curtain. When it comes to super chats,
You hold my
oh,
hand.
I got a head pat right now.
But I need my head.
Oh, they're going
I
crazy.
need other loot things, but I need
There you go,
my
Lunar
head.
Fox, 3 times.
Other loot things, but I need my head. I need other loot things, but I
They're
need
going with
my
the head
head.
pats. So what I was going to mention is, going behind the curtain a little bit, is whenever you get a super chat, that is, depending on how much you get and all that kind of stuff, it's reported directly to the IRS. YouTube does that. PayPal does that now. Twitch does that. Every single agency, because, you know, tax reasons, they do that. When it comes to gifts of below a certain value, I'm not sure how it works with Throne, but from what I've heard, below a certain value, they aren't reported. Below it, you have to get like thousands of dollars through actual, because there's one thing where they can actually gift you money in Throne. That's an actual option. But if you just go for the gifts, it's kind of like you just buying yourself some stuff. They don't really take that as
yeah, I had that happen one time when I had to have a bill to pay. I made a custom gift, and it was just money that paid out once the goal was reached.
Yeah. So that is an option. The money ones do directly go and are put in towards taxes. If you have, I believe, more than $600 a month or something like that gets sent to you, they will report it to the IRS or whatever agency, like in the UK, the revenue service, whichever revenue services or internal revenue things that happen in every nation, usually it'll get reported. And the reason why like YouTube takes the 30% a lot of times is for, I found out it later as I became a creator, it isn't necessarily, from what I've seen, not too much of a platform fee. It's more they are withholding it from you as a tax thing, just in case if you are dumb enough to not put taxes in there. So they kind of withhold it from you for their, no, it's more for their taxes. That doesn't make sense. What I said doesn't make sense. Scratch that. It's more for their things, but as far as I know, it's not a platform thing. It's more of a, we're doing this because you're making money, and, you know, for our reasons and other things, since we're kind of making money off of you type of thing, we take a little bit off the top. It's a weird thing, but what I do like, what I prefer is what Twitch does.
Yeah, because they're a payment processor, they have to keep their records clear on it.
Yeah. What I prefer that Twitch does is that Twitch, up front, will take 30% from the person. For example, if someone buys 1,000 bits, it'll cost them, you know, what the equivalent of 1,300 bits. That extra 300 bits cost is what it would be for them. That extra 30% cost is added to them already. Whatever extra cost it is, it's added to them when they purchase it. On YouTube, they don't do that because then that would make people less willing to buy anything. Because, you know, it's like, whoa, you're charging me extra? I'm trying to get $20 into there, but I'm getting charged 26. It's like, nah, hell nah. And then people won't do it. But that's what happens on Twitch. For every $20 you spend, for every $20 you give, you're spending $26. Because they have to get their piece of the pie as well. And I can understand that. I don't blame them for that. They are providing a service. They do have to pay, especially Twitch that doesn't do well in ads. they do have to pay their service. They do have to pay all that kind of stuff. It is one of those things that's, I can.
I'm fine with that so long as they don't then turn around and try to act like the police, which is what we're having with like Visa and MasterCard saying, oh, we're going to pull our service from Gumtree or from Patreon, which they've been doing a lot lately. I think a payment processor should only process payments.
Absolutely. There should not be a moral police. There should not be any type of stuff. Of course, the only policing that is allowed is, of course, when you break the law. That is natural. We're not talking about that, of course. We're talking about moral policing of, for example, the Patreon thing, because there was some nudity there. They did that with PayPal, too, because there was OnlyFans. They did that with a lot of things, and MasterCard and others should not be a moral police. You should allow people to decide, as long as it's two consenting adults, as long as there's no laws being broken, then it should be, and is fine with TOS, because every single payment processor can set certain rules. But don't come in after the fact and be like, oh yeah, this was allowed last month.
Personally, I feel like if the thing that is being sold is not in and of itself illegal, the payment processor is in fact violating the law by refusing to process that payment. And this actually went all the way to the Supreme Court regarding California and its 420 banking.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. I mean, I agree with you there, because they are just that. They are a payment processor, and being a payment processor does afford them a lot of legal protections. So they shouldn't even be like, oh, we're doing it to protect ourselves. You being a payment processor, being objective.
As long as the police look, if the NYPD comes after any of us, we have to protect Salvi. They've already taken Peanut.
Oh God, they already took Peanut. Oh God, no. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. I'm still not gonna get over that. He was one of my brethren, for goodness sakes. They took my boy. But no, yeah, there are agencies. There are even regular law enforcement agencies that are a little too overzealous. And civil forfeiture is one of the most hated things in my head. I hate civil forfeiture. That's an excuse in some cases for people that don't know what civil forfeiture is. Basically, the police at any point in time.
Oh, civil forfeiture. It's actually interesting. There have been some cases that have been won lately where there was a guy who had $30,000 civil forfeiture on him because he was going to pay for a tractor or a car or something with cash. So while he was en route to bring the money over to the guy to buy the car, he was pulled over by the cops. And it took him 4 years of constant fight in court to get that $30,000 back from the state.
Yeah, also there was another one where a person had, I think that they had been given a car by their late grandfather. It was a really, really nice, like, classic car. There was a civil forfeiture, like, for whatever reason, the police were called to the house. They somehow got a civil forfeiture for that specific car. Then the police officer who got that forfeiture signed by a judge ended up buying that car for cheap at the I don't think it was the NYPD, at the specific auction of the police department. What ended up happening is the person went to court, fought for it, and because
it was a tow yard auction.
Yeah. And because the officer involved in that civil forfeiture was the person who bought it, it was seen as malfeasance. It was seen as bad. It was seen as corruption, kind of. And the person was given the car back. The police officer still was never given the money back, of course. If he spent $10,000, it's his own fault. And, of course, I think they also gave him some compensation for that, too. They gave the person involved some compensation for that. And, yeah.
And he was allowed. Yeah, well, here's the problem with that, too. They couldn't, like, other than turning over the car, that cop, while he should have probably paid some money and to, like, attorney's fees and other stuff, too, like damages, he could not have actually been sued personally as a person because he got what's known as it's a form of immunity. It's police immunity in their when they're taking actions in line with their duties. They can't be sued for it. So what happened is the guy sued the police department. The police department ordered the guy to turn back over the car, but the guy himself, the corrupt cop who did it, did not get charged personally.
Yeah, they didn't get charged personally, but the city usually pays compensation a lot of times because it is a city-run agency, supposedly. something with an agency. It's qualified immunity, yeah, it happens a lot. But it's crazy how that kind of stuff happens. And Eva, absolutely appreciate you taking time. I know in your area, it might be quite a bit later than here. So if you have to go, absolutely let me know. I know you're only gonna pop in for a little bit, but then we both got talking.
Yeah, it's 6:30. I have less than an hour. Was gonna get going, and I have a country roads cover to upload. So
go ahead.
Thank you very much for having me on. It was great to talk. Hello to your chat and goodbye to your chat. But yeah, you guys have a lovely day.
Thank you so much, Eva. I'll talk to you again soon. And that was Eva Elfpire. As I mentioned, I have had her on before, and I have also let you guys know on her specific channel what it is and where you can find it. Of course, she is on YouTube, and she is an amazing law elf. She does really, really well. She does a lot of good things, and we are going to move on to. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. Thank Eva for stopping by. She stayed a lot longer than I think even she was planning, and I can yap all day. I can yap for freaking 3 hours with Eva because we shoot off of each other. She's a very good guest.
I'll let you hold my hand, and we can do
Thank you, T-Man.
things, but I need my head pats on each hand.
She is very smart. Yes, she's very smart. But what I've been trying to do now is be more aware of other people's needs in the sense of like creators. She mentioned the country roads. I was like, you probably have stuff to do. She's probably going to be streaming later, that kind of stuff, even if she is or isn't. But I want her to be able to have the ability to go without having, because she's also extremely, extremely kind, and she's also extremely generous in her time. And I don't want her to be like feeling she needs to stay because I'm still chatting. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to allow her to leave if she absolutely needed to, because like, you know me, I can freaking yap all day. IRL, I don't yap as much as I talk right now because I feel comfortable here. So I've gotten a lot better at yapping here specifically. Yes, she's great with the legal advice. That's why here is her channel again. That's why, I push her out, because like I said before, good creators, I will push you out. I will push you up. I will raise you up with me. If I'm going up, I want you guys to come up with me. If she gets way bigger than me, which I have, dude, she's gonna skyrocket. She's gonna go to the moon. I guarantee you. It may not be like right away, because YouTube is like, before you are monetized, it's slow growth a lot of times on YouTube. After you get monetized, it grows a lot more. JP Ravenfire, she's busy all day. She bounces all over, almost as much as a squirrel. Thank you so much, JP, for being here. Thank you so much for being a mod on her channel, of course, and helping her out when you can. Still here lurking. Appreciate it, Eva. Definitely appreciate it. We're going to go with a little bit of VTuber stuff, just to kind of chill and relax. You know what I mean?
ナイスそこでいけんじゃないいけるいけるいけるここでいけるああのやなあバグったんだけどえ
Oh God. They're playing a Japanese game. They were playing it. It's an old school Super Nintendo game that they were playing together. Nintendo/Super Nintendo game, or Super Famicom, as it's called over there. Famicom was Family Computer. That's what they called it as. Super Famicom over there in the wonderful area of Japan. And they were both Toa and Korone were playing together. I've been lurking for about an hour. How are you today? Doing good, T-Man. Thank you for being here. Salty Dog, everybody, Lunar Fox, appreciate you being here. Now to give you guys a little bit of laughs with Korone and Toa. Still glitched? Going for the physical approach. Thank you, JP Ravenfire. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for joining the Squirrel Nest. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your stay. I do on regular days. Today is just a day of chatting and stuff like that. But on regular days, Monday through Saturday, I do news for a third of the time. I do just chatting for a little bit, for 30 minutes to maybe 45 minutes, depending. And then I do and another hour or so of gaming, depending on what people want. If people want to continue just watching stuff, I'll continue watching stuff. But this is what I do. I split it up. I used to do 3 hours of just news, but that wore my community down and it wore me down. So I was like, yeah, it's not going to happen from now on. She's doing the blowing thing. She's doing the blowing thing. The knocking, the infernal knocking. Lyra this time. I thought it was lunar, but no, it's Lyra this time. Let's see what we can do here.
くせにやっちゃったよ今笑いすぎだから一連の流れまでクソ早かったよあれなんか脳死だ
Something you do in the 80s? Salty has been clamoring for Eva's YouTube to be posted here. Oh, sorry. Well, there's the YouTube. Sorry about that. Sorry, there's the YouTube on the Twitch side. I apologize. So there you go. You got it now. As you should. So there you go. It's back. Well, she has this all the time, so of course she's gonna be very, very talented at that. Korone, as far as I know, she has almost every original Nintendo or over there Famicom device, from what I know. So that's always fun. That's always fun to see. It's always fun to see Korone have her fun times with Toa. Toa and Korone, as you know, are both, if you know or not, they're both part of Hololive. Different generations. Korone is part of Holo Gamers. Toa is a part of Gen 4? Gen 4. Yes, Gen 4. So, they're part of different generations, of course. And with those generations come, of course, a lot of fun times.
もう一回封してみたら元のやつも外れてないもんね。
She's blowing on it again. She just laughs too much, man.
これが止まってるかもしれない。こっちにしたら、こっちのカセットじゃなくて、こっち。
God, that's just too cute. That's too fucking cute. Holy moly! Well, Eva just got gifted a membership. Nice. And again, John Le. What the heck? John Le, YouTube doesn't like you for some reason. I don't know why. Eva, Shin Kunokaori, Will Beats Rock, Estefi 2081, and KevVid 2307. Thank you so much for gifting JP Ravenfire and all of those who got it gifted. Gotcha. First try, too. First try, people. First try. Got him on the first try. That is actually quite crazy. To actually get it on the first try is quite wild. Oh goodness. It's back!
びっくりした。笑いすぎてガチャ。払いて。
I love these, man. Kumai Yuki. I love that. I love these type of creations. I absolutely love these type of creations. I love the creative side of YouTube and the creative side of, well, the art side. If I could be as creative as that artistic-wise, oh boy, I'd be happy. I'm not, but I'm not that way, but I would be very, very happy if I had that chance. Of course, like I said, I am what I am, but I am not that creative. I wish I was, but I ain't.
I'm watching live. Here is to ask, if you could be a fly on the wall in any room, what room would it be? the kitchen because then I could lay my eggs in the food and then I would secure my future.
What?
You know what I mean?
No.
I don't get it. What was I supposed to answer? What do you mean? What kind of answer were you expecting? What? Like the flies, they want to be in the kitchen because there's food they can lay their babies in and just continue their freaking lineage. What am I supposed to say?
It freaked
a
them out.
fly on the wall mean being able to listen into a conversation. Oh! So whatever conversation I could listen in on? That's a question. I don't know. What would I want to listen in on? Maybe like the Krabby Patty secret formula. I thought you meant literally. Like I was just thinking. I'm like, this is a weird question, but you know, I'm a flexible dragon. I can answer this. What the fuck am I talking about?
That is a very unique answer. Yes.
Oh my god, they're gonna tell my fortune? Oh my god, I feel like a real girl now. Oh my god, I'm getting my fortune read.
Oh god. The jelly speak.
Really? Am I gonna know who I'm gonna marry in the future? Insecurity weakness.
He got destroyed by a game.
I'm gonna kill myself. Oh wait, oh my god, I've got different cards. A disaster avoided or delayed. Okay, awesome. Resistant to change, stagnation, holding on. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I wish I could return to the me that I was before I opened that tarot card.
And it's Harlequin, of course.
One day you decided you weren't going to waste any.
Mr. Krabs' walls. Yes, go to Mr. Krabs' walls. Lunar is in my walls. That's fine. Blowing did nothing. It was a taking it in and out that did it. Yes. Watch you guys shows cool things. Didn't know the old consoles can do cool secrets. Channel's called 1980s Gamer. He hasn't posted much on there. Saya is ESL. Maybe it might be. Cute outro makes me think of Doobie. True. Especially Doobie now. Yes.
All your worldly possessions to buy a truck. You've just picked up your truck from a dealership outside the city. Now it's time to return to Valueville to get the rest of your belongings. This is fucking male fantasy. This is actually male fantasy.
Possibly.
This is the men's equivalent to girls wanting to pack up their bags and going to eat, pray, love in Italy.
Maybe.
I feel incredibly wrong
Cowboy fantasy,
for
yes.
playing this now, because I feel like I have intruded on what should be a safe space for my audience. I just want to, men, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be here in your safe space, in your trucker fantasies.
The trucker
fantasies,
fantasies,
I will do my best to respect what is your space and your comfort.
You're welcome, Dizzy.
I respect you, and I'm gonna be the best damn trucker I can be for you. Mwah. Now let's hit the road.
She even gave bro a kiss.
Thank you, Dizzy. Very much. Thank you for noticing.
Oh God.
There is no longer a safe space. Do you promise not to murder us in the sleeper cap? I will do what I can.
She'll do her best.
Congrats, Dizzy. Now you're one of the guys. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
She can fart in our general direction now.
Girls that you pretend is one of the guys hoping she puts out.
Oh yeah, today she's without Shibari. Very true. Have a good one, David Thomas. Have a good night. Have a good night.
Why no?
Oh God.
Why no? Why?
Because you're dizzy.
Is it because I've made this too much of a safe space for you?
Yes.
Is it because I've made this too much of a safe space for you? You are our bro. You are our bro now. You are my friend. Da, 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 da.
It's getting washed. Shibari's getting washed.
You are my friend. she's a homie now. Oh God. Dallas Dominica's KFP Tech Praise, thank you for $5.
Hey,
you
look.
can call any man brother now. You don't even need to join
Homies touch tips. That's all I gotta say.
it to bro. I trust you'll use this pass wisely.
Fingertips, people. Fingertips.
You are a bro does bet. Oh God. It hurts. Let me tell you, brother. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Now we're not gonna talk about our feelings, and we're just gonna play games instead.
That is a yep. That is a Home Alone reference. Yes, Home Alone
Well,
1.
bro Dizzy. Aw.
Macaulay Culkin.
I'm not even big bro Dizzy. I could be a good bro.
Step
I'll get
bro.
you.
Dizzy's a
You
step
know,
bro.
I could be a really good big bro. I'll get you tickets to a ball game. And I'll get
Oh
you
God,
dinner and
Lunar.
stuff,
Oh God.
right? And then,
Oh, God.
when you fall asleep late at night because I let you have your first taste of whiskey, I'll only fondle you gently.
Fondle gently. Whoa.
Good trade, right?
You what? Oh huh. She's running with it.
Reading too much BL.
Yeah, she's read too much
No.
BL.
Because if I was reading BL, it wouldn't be gently.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. There we go.
Just don't wake me up. Deal. Oh yeah, at least they know homo bro.
Oh God.
That wouldn't be a lie. And you know, a good brother doesn't lie. Brother
Step bro doesn't lie. There's yeah, hag enthusiast, absolutely.
We are going off script, but thank you, chat, for the. I see you would like a cute little kiss, DJ Dono Man. Turn around.
Turn around.
Turn around,
I'm leaving
DJ
the room.
Dono
I'm leaving
Man.
the room. I'll leave you
This
with
is
chat.
what they all want, and yeah. All right, chat. Now that we're all alone, we're gonna. I see the floating yes in chat. For those of you that don't see the yes you do, they're just saying, "Oh wow, I can't wait for a kiss from Michimo Chibi." No way, don't leave us, DJ Dono Man. Fuck her up, Buttercup.
Fuck her up,
I'll give you the
Buttercup.
wettest, sloppiest kiss. Yo, check this out. Oh, that's so wet. Oh my goodness. Okay.
The bathroom kiss. Oh God.
Wow.
Here's the hot
Wasn't
tour
that
there.
like so touching, disgusting? Okay, DJ Dodo Man, come back.
Wow, I'm back. It is wet in here. What happened? What happened in here? Wow, let me grab some towels. I'll be right back.
Help me, step bro. I'm stuck.
Stop! No, please! I got kissed by Donald Duck. But for all the chat, for those of you that have donated, thank you so much. It's going to an amazing cause, which is Make a
That's what
Wish.
she said.
Oh God, there you go.
We just started. I should have made the goal super high, like $1 gajillion trillion $1 million. Oh, Tusk. But as promised, we'll be doing every single thing on the charity goal. We did the first one. Unless you want me to do it again, chat, which I totally can. It's a bit awkward that there's DJ Dono Man here to look at us do such a... I can't, I'm sorry, I'm breaking character. To do such a
Oh,
intense
no,
thing.
I couldn't see that.
His
I couldn't
silence just
see
makes
that.
it worse.
I'll be right back. I need,
Innocent
I need to
eyes,
go
the
get
innocent
get
eyes.
Get a drink of water or some. My dog's eating my homework. I'll be back soon.
Oh, what the fuck? Licking? Of
It
course.
has to be a JP thing because I've never seen this represented in any type of. Well, then again, I don't watch real people porn, so why would I see it represented? But I've never heard anybody joke about that, like, either, in my side of the woods. So I don't think it actually happens. I think it's just bullshit. Like running with toast in your mouth. But at least that's kind of cute. Running with toast in your mouth is adorable. I should get like a toast toggle. I should get a toast toggle. And then anytime I speak, you just see my mouth kind of go like.
Well, it's going like that for other reasons, of course.
I'm late for school, Chatty. I'm not gonna make it. Banana mayo toggle. Okay. Courtier banned. Eating toggle would be cut. No, but the eating toggle is already here because it looks like this. It looks very accurate, actually. I was eating
Lore accurate.
crackers before stream, and I was looking at my model, and my model was being very immersive. It was like, Sometimes, Chatty, I really start to feel like Lucy tired. I'm losing touch with my human agent. She's not real anymore. I am becoming
None of us are real.
Lucy. She is me, and I am her. Eating lollipop toggle for more immersion. Okay.
Oh God.
Salvi Blink, welcome. Wow. It never loses its flavor. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a chatty pop? It's impossible. You can't get to the center of the chatty pop. Squishy button, thank you for the 13 months, blah blah. We need a toggle for like the lollipop to be dripping with saliva.
Oh god, no.
We're gonna get banned for posting, and it's gonna be my fault. I just want to apologize to everyone who enjoys watching my streams and for getting myself banned by talking about stupid shit.
Well, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do as a VTuber, isn't it? Talk about stupid shit. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Oh my
There's a Shibari.
God. Oh my God. I hate happy couples. I hope they all fucking blow up. I went to go get coffee the other day, Thursday. I remember the exact day. This is how much this whole thing bothered me. Okay, I went to go meet up with my friends and go have a coffee. And so I'm at Starbucks, right?
Okay.
I'm at Starbucks.
She's at
and I
Starbucks, people.
sit down in the corner of a Starbucks as far away from everyone else as humanly possible. And then this couple comes by. And they decide to sit directly in front of me at the same table. This isn't one of those like, oh, it's a big table. It's one of those big communal tables. No, this is me with a small round table in front of me and then 2 chairs across from me. So they choose to sit right there. And once again, I'd like to remind you, there are 2 chairs. They choose to sit directly in front of me on 1 chair together.
Oh no.
I'm a Canadian, right? I'm a Canadian. I'm not gonna be like, excuse me, please move. So I just have to sit there and look at and glance at them. Or like, I'm staring at my phone really hard, but you know, they take up the entire space. So I just have to sit there waiting for my friends, seeing them in my peripheral vision. And that was probably the hardest I've ever tried to blow someone up with my fucking mind.
I definitely can understand, Izzy. Definitely can understand that.
It was like a fucking 40-minute wait too. And what's even worse is eventually all my friends showed up, okay? My girls, they showed up and then they came to sit with me. And then the couple didn't move. They didn't fucking move. I hate happy couples so much. Literally, monsters.
I hate people who are inconsiderate like that. Holy shit.
I feel personally attacked by that whole situation. Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that's extremely inconsiderate. Holy fuck.
And also, like, a lot of women aren't very assertive about that. Like, they'll, well, some of them are. Some of them are aggressive, and they'll be like, yo, you come back with me. But sometimes some women are just a little bit shy.
I don't know. If somebody asked me to go back home with them, I'd say no, because I'd get scared. How do I make out with hot women when you're drunk? Same problem he has. I drink enough so the voices are gone, and then I kiss really pretty.
I am going to give bad, unqualified opinions, and my bad unqualified opinion is that civilization runs on alcohol.
Oh god.
Every listen, hang on a minute.
Sorry,
every,
Tesla.
like,
It always happens at the end.
Political.
And give a little gift.
Lunar_Fox01 gifted
Holy
a tier
crap.
1 subscription to Tesla
Nice.
Meccano.
There you go, Tesla. No more ads.
Escapade or
They are wild.
invention has happened with a whiskey sour in front of somebody. Sometimes the inhibitions are evil and they need to be defeated, and sometimes you can utilize chemicals to do that. All right, now I'm gonna step back and say
Sounds
you should ignore
fucking
what I
hell.
just said, and you should make healthy choices for yourself and your life.
Juniper, the thing is, you're right, because I have never, like, had a moment where I was ever, like, you know, for instance, if I had kissed a pretty friend, I could never kiss a person when I'm sober because I run the other way.
I
This
see.
person somehow made it so they can actually get laid. But the fact of the matter is they did it with
Kinda not wrong.
with alcoholic.
Yeah, whiskey sour does sound kind of good right now. It does absolutely sound kind of good. Nice way to wind down the day and just enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? It does sound kind of like a good thing. Absolutely.
Courage. But the
No worries, Tesla. Ads can be very intrusive. Ads, unfortunately, I can't control when ads happen. Either that or I get like a bunch of pre-roll ads. One way or the other, Twitch gets you with ads, unfortunately.
problem is maybe it's because we're too dependent on alcohol to make our dreams come true. So then we have to learn how to exist without it. But then again, why does Truly taste so good and make me feel so funny?
Why it make you feel fuzzy and warm and brave inside?
Nya. I'm just a...
I removed it for you, Tesla. I think that's the one you wanted me to remove. Black Souls 2. I love that little cat part. Yeah, Twitch ads are very intrusive. At least YouTube. See, look, at least YouTube will be like, we gave you an ad once in the stream, so we're not going to do it again. Twitch will be like, we gave you an ad 5 minutes ago. Let me give you another one. I will try to, Sab. No promises, but I'll try to. I love that. I love that look. It's very cute. Very cute. Yeah, she's having fun.
No, that is great, Selma. The pouch locking looks fun. Now I can scratch the screen when you wanna be let out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Ah! Ah! I'm gonna touch the screen right now. Come on.
Oh, God.
Let me just... Yes, I'm touching the screen. Peace out, homeboy.
Peace out, homeboy. Yes, of course.
Gak inget.
Oh,
Gara-gara
nice.
kecelakaan.
I'm glad you don't get
Aku tidak
ads.
ingat cara pakai sihir. Gak inget. Gimana ya? Kamu siapa? Minta itu dong.
Oh God, what the hell?
Enak banget. Lanjut ke situ, please.
Oh God.
Bisa dong. Ayo, mulai muncul.
Ah, bola reina,
Ini
yes.
yang aku bilang, namanya sihir. Itu karena sihirnya Paisen masih tingkat rendah. Paisen sihirnya nggak muncul ya?
Shion. Uh-oh. He hen.
50 combo. Atus combo. Sihirku. Kayaknya aku mulai ingat sihirku. Beda. Sihir itu lebih berkilauan, penuh kilau. Kayak gitu deh pokoknya.
Kira kira. Huh.
Aku ingat. Kamunya gak apa-apa. Hei. Gak ingat.
Gosh darn it, she doesn't remember. Timing when Salvi's model leaned back when the smack came around. The timing was perfect.
What if you make a tickle me wisp? Have you guys seen that? Did you guys see that video where someone hooked up the tickle me Elmo to like this volt power supply, this power supply, and then they turned it up to like 15 volts or something, and he's just like, ah! And then he breaks and just goes, ah!
I didn't see that. What the heck? What
Oh
part
my
of YouTube
God,
are you looking at?
I was in tears. My stomach hurt so much. I was just... Wait, can we watch it? Hold on, I'm gonna get it real quick. Okay, a little tiny watch along. I think the scream was his motors burning up, so the way his bones are screaming. Okay, this is so funny. Okay, here we go.
Hold on.
Okay.
The concept of Tickle Me Elmo is already so funny. The way he like throws himself back and is just like
Oh god.
There he goes. Oh, it's the he looks the fact is he's not even smiling. It's just it feels like torture. Like, okay, here it comes. Here it comes, you guys. Oh god. Here it comes.
Oh god, there you go. Oh.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
That is very cruel, yes. There you go. You heard what they did to Elmo, poor Elmo.
Scream like increases and it doesn't just it just sounds more and more pain. It's so bad. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. It's so good.
Oh god, poor thing. That's definitely the motor, yes. Poor Elmo, holy crap. It did sound like he was screaming. It's like,
Just
ah!
notice the reflection on the table. I know, isn't it? I wipe it down every day. It's so squeaky clean. You can see, you can even lick, you can you can put your tongue on it, probably.
I almost split someone's sides.
Oh,
Bats
no.
had to stop me, though.
As a kid, I had such a big... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Like, effectively, I know how messed up that is. Effectively, I know how messed up... I had a huge crush on animated series Joker.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people did. Entertainment done wrong. Kettle Me Elmo. Can you react to the... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I forgot to react to the thingamadoobs. I'll react to the one that you sent originally. I don't know what that one was. This one. We'll react to this one. That'll be the only one. Well, holy crap, that's 5 minutes. We'll react to some of this one. Because remember, I'm a Vtuber channel.
Absolutely not. No why. I love you, Johnny, but I cannot do this for you.
Please, Frank. Things are bad for me.
Matt's film school. Okay.
Getting back into shape again. Getting back in the ring. And cutting that bloody hair off.
I can't do this, Frank. The guys owe the money too. The ones who organize the fights.
Damn shame. You were
Hey,
so good.
I have respect for anybody who's filmed.
Yeah,
Deep respect.
Big time. And know why I'm letting you get involved with my end of things. I promised you much.
Oh, and Black Friday's always a nightmare back in the day, yes.
Please, Frank. I'm running.
Shut up! Nikki, come here.
It does tickle the brain in the ADHD way. It does.
Nicky Russo, Johnny Lorenzo.
Ah, so it means
This
it's scream,
guy,
okay.
Dreyfus. He's got something that belongs to me. A bag.
Damn, someone has an
He's
Audi.
gonna get it back. You're gonna help him. This is in a good
It's a nice
neighborhood.
Audi.
Keep it low profile.
It's in Europe, so it's on the right side.
Scare the guy, but no guns and no blood. Do you understand?
No problem, boss.
Okay, now get
Yeah, I'll
out
check
here
it out.
with my appetite.
Johnny.
You right here.
Alright. So we watched some of that. We'll watch Think She Needs Help? Dodo clips? Okay. Take a look at that one. We watched a little bit of that. Like I said, I was gonna watch a little bit of that. This one?
Help! 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 Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Help! 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 Help!
She reminds me of Watanabe for some
Help!
reason.
Help! 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 Jeff! What is it, Jeff?
I think Jeff maybe needed some help at some point.
Jeff,
I don't know, maybe it's
kind
just
of
me.
crazy.
Maybe it's just me.
but Can you stop?
Maybe it's just me.
It's over. Help! 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 Who is this? Who is this?
Game permissions, man. What a cluster. Am I right? It's tough. I think a lot of people need to realize that companies are really risk averse. They don't want to take any risks.
This used to be Vesper,
by the way. You know, the thing that makes them money.
But
And
it was
you know, there's precedent. I don't know if you guys know this or not. You don't remember the old lore, but there is precedent for, you know, a company that without any prior warning or negotiation just decides to do 3 content strikes on a YouTube channel and just freaking nuke it. It's gone. A content strike is way worse than a content ID, right? A content strike, you get 3 of those on a YouTube channel. I don't know how many of you guys are YouTubers out there, but 3 content strikes and your channel is deleted and you have to start all over again. So I can kind of understand why they're scared of that, you know? I think most companies in good faith know that it's good for somebody to play your game, get it out there, and then gather interest, especially like if you have a captive audience. A lot of people will try it out. I think everybody gains from a situation like that. It would take a really incomprehensible, and there are companies that do that, and I think they should just be avoided at all costs as a streamer. Just don't bother with their stuff. Fine, they can sit in a vacuum for all we care, right? Just avoid them and then act in good faith. Just play a game, treat it with respect, and everybody wins. Another thing that a lot of people don't realize though. It can be seen as bad etiquette if you see permissions for a new game and then you jump on it and you play it, and the person that is responsible for getting those permissions, they requested it, they worked on it, they really should be the first person to play that game. I think it's kind of scummy to jump the gun and just be like, oh, I see that, because the list does update, and then they play it, and you know, that's some bad blood. Like you should let the person that asked for that requested the permissions play it first, in my opinion at least.
Well, I agree with that.
Look how smoothly I slide into that.
Well, yeah, that's exciting. Have you guys ever been to a school reunion, the class reunion?
Oh god, I hate
I
those.
was such a weeb at the time, and I think, oh god, what the?
Absolutely hate those.
Did I just run into? Yeah, man!
I'll be right back.
Whatever,
be right back.
we
Gonna
got-
go get something to drink. I need drink.
They didn't invite me? What? What the fuck? Maybe they just didn't have your contact info. I was glad to get out of high school, so no, same, but I'm still kind of excited about, like, seeing them again, and just, you know. And I really wasn't close with anybody except for that one friend circle, and I felt really isolated from the rest of the class, because, like, my friend circle, we were, like, kind of the... maybe not weirdos. I don't want to say weirdos, but you know what I mean. Like, more the... We had our corner. We were 5 people out of a class of, like, 30 or something. And we were definitely the weebs. Not all of our people were weebs, but there were a lot of, like, you know, because I was in art school, everybody liked, like, art and all that, but all the girls that liked drawing, like, manga related anime stuff were in our group. And yeah, we were definitely very Japan culture yeah, we were the Japan culture clique. I wouldn't call us a clique because that kind of sounds like we wouldn't let anyone else in. And that's not true. We weren't so cliquey, but we were holding strong together. And I think there was some drama too, every now and then, between some of, like, the girls. But I really liked my group, and I was so sad, like, when I had to repeat the year. Like, I still met them in the school quite often, but it's different. Like,
it is.
You know, because they move on in class and they have different shit to deal with. They're busy with their subjects and all that. So it was just sad that I saw them moving on to the next class, and I felt like a failure. First of all, I felt like a big failure. Like, yeah. Oh man, fucking.
Oh no. Poor Kiara.
Damn. Yeah. I felt so stupid. But yeah. And I just was sad that I couldn't be with them anymore. Just seeing them move on while you're stuck and left behind. Yeah, I've come so far, that's true. I've come so far.
Large bottle.
I proved that I didn't need the school at all. Yeah, okay. Tears in my eyes. Go away. Go away. We don't need that.
Here's the thing. Ever since Kiara first started, she's been one of the people I've pushed. Why? Like I said, push forward. Try to, like, yeah, autocorrect it F up. If you remember, when she first started, she had a severe imposter syndrome. She felt like she was the weakest of the group. She felt like she was gonna, be left behind. Like she was just a drain on everyone else. And everyone was like, no, you're amazing. Her singing is amazing. If you knew her in her PL, she's amazing and there too. She's an amazing creator. But of course, not everyone believes that when they're there. Imposter syndrome, even in a large organization, large corporation, is a thing. It's always a thing. You're harder on yourself than a lot of other people are. So that resonated a lot with me. And that's why Kiara always has a special place in my heart for that as a VTuber. Because I definitely understand how she feels. She's in a way different position than I am, though. She has a lot more creativity, a lot more singing chops, absolutely. And she's, she has the support of a large organization. But she's done so well now. She's done so well compared to where she was before. I wish I could tell her it's okay. People move on. People change. Places even change lives. It's part of life. It happens. It's not her fault. But yeah, she's always been extremely hard on herself. The same thing that happened with Haruka recently. Yeah, Haruka is having imposter syndrome, burnout, a little bit of everything. She feels like she's like not doing so well compared to her companions. She's let it out a bit more, and she has been a bit more forthright with everything. But yeah, she has the imposter syndrome, which is really, really, really something that does happen a lot.
He's not like super active on Twitter. Wait, hold on. He's got a really funny tweet. Hold on. Wait.
Oh God. Pardon, Fairy Boy. Okay. Yeah, people do have hippo comments.
He went into one of those photo booths in Korea. One of those fucking photo booths in South. Oh wait, no, this is Japan, maybe. Wait, because the text is in Japanese. I don't know if he's in Japan or South Korea. Wait, I think he's in Japan because the stuff he's posting has Japanese text on it. The fucking photo booths in Japan. They're not made for anybody except for the very specific people. Because if your skin tone is too dark, it'll do this. And if you're white, it makes your eyes really big. So it's oh man, that's hilarious though. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Mwah! Mwah! Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, bye-bye.
That was way better. I liked Altair most because I didn't properly play Assassin's Creed 1. My exposure to it.
It's the photo booth. Nowadays, photo booths aren't too popular over here in the West, but in like Asia, they're still super popular.
Was my sister's boyfriend had
I
a
know
PlayStation
about Japan and
3
Korea, maybe.
back when they were like new and really cool, and he had Assassin's Creed. And I looked at it and I was like, "Can I play that?" And he was like, "No." And then he played it, and I would sit and watch him play. And then like after a while, he let me play, and it was pretty cool. It was kind of like having a big brother for a brief amount of time. That guy was terrible. He was an annoying piece of shit, and I remember he would scratch his feet. Like, he would be laying on the couch watching movies and stuff. Or he'd lay on the ground with my sister and watch movies, and he'd like scratch his feet and then put his hand into like the bag of chips and stuff.
Oh,
and so
no.
I remember not like noticing it. And I went for one of the bags of Doritos, and I can't remember if it was Mamakin or Papakin that tapped on my shoulder. They were like, "No." And I was like, "What? What? I've never been denied Doritos. What?" And they're like, we'll get you your own bag. And I was like, "What? Why?"
Had a best friend in high school. Jenny would have taken a hot round from a pew for him. It was a really possibility in my school, but he moved to a different city. Just never saw him again. Just life. Exactly. I have a lot of friends that moved. I moved. I went to different places than they did. Different schools than they did. Haven't talked to them since. It's one of those things.
You said it was your dad before. It must have been Papakin then. It must have been Papakin.
See, I never scratched my feet and put my hand into a Doritos bag. I scratched my ass and put my hand into a Doritos bag. There's a difference. You and I are not the same.
I think it was Papakin. Or like, oh, we'll get you. Don't do that. And I was like, And then they explained. They were like, he scratches his feet and then puts his hand in the bag. And I'm like, oh, he was a bad person. There was a bunch of bad stuff he did. I don't remember all of it. I do remember he was like he was a very much like a.
I haven't covered the Gunpai incident. I don't know what the Gunpai incident is. Oh, look. I didn't even know there was an incident, to be honest with you. Oh, someone falsely accusing someone else of being a scammer. Okay, I see that.
Typical good for nothing. But
I see it now.
Even though all of my sister's boyfriends were pieces of shit.
No worries, no worries.
I at least like could relate to them with like the gamer thing, because for some reason like every guy that she brought home was a gamer. So I remember like her first boyfriend that she brought over, that I remember anyways, there was probably one before him, but I remember he gave me like a whole binder full of Pokemon cards. I was like, oh my god. Fuck yeah. And it's funny because the Assassin's Creed guy was actually the best friend of the Pokemon card binder guy. And I remember my first interaction with the Assassin's Creed guy was my sister.
The reason why we didn't talk about it today is because today is a day of no news. No news. Like, we just did a chatting session before with Elf Pirate Eva. And right now we're just, watching some stuff.
It took me to her high school's football game. So we were at the high school football game thing, and I remember we were like hanging out around the side while the actual game went on, because my sister didn't actually care about the football game itself. It was just an opportunity for her to hang out with her friends, and I was annoying and I'd tag along. And I remember she went to hang out with her boyfriend, and that's when we came across her boyfriend's friend, who is the Assassin's Creed guy. I don't remember why I did this. I think he was like taunting me or something, and I was just a violent child, because I do remember I got in a lot of trouble for it, but I ended up kicking him in the nuts, and my sister thought it was funny. My sister thought it was funny. The two guys did not think it was funny. It couldn't have been that bad, right? I was in like, at the latest, I was in first grade. Wait, no, third grade.
Kids can kick hard.
Wait.
My nephew's kicked me in the shins a couple times. It hurts.
Like kindergarten and third grade. It definitely hurt, really, even though I was so small.
Yeah.
It can be pretty bad. It would hurt no matter what. Anyways, at the end of the night,
for those people who aren't guys, a small tap will freaking hurt you. It'll send you down.
My sister took me home, and she was like, yeah, Pippa kicked some guy in the nuts, and my parents were like, what? Why did you do that? And I was like, I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said. You can kick that high, I guess so. I guess so.
Mwah! Mwah! Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh my gosh! This is like home. It's a toilet paper roll.
Wait, what?
I'm
Why was that focus there?
It, but I've had to use this more than once.
True.
Oh yeah, I've done that too. I know exactly what you mean. Finally, somebody gets it.
Wait, what? I missed it.
More than once.
Wait, I missed it.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I've had to use this more than once. Oh yeah, I've done that too. I know exactly what you mean.
Oh. He's had to use the actual roll instead of the paper more than once. Okay.
Finally, somebody gets it. Yeah, no. I have absolutely been there. It's paper, okay? It's also paper.
Exactly!
It's also paper. It's surprisingly absorbent. You just can't put it in the toilet. You gotta put it in the trash can, which is a little unfortunate. Sometimes you just gotta tinkle so badly, and then when you look over, it's just... I mean, it's better that than nothing, right? Yes, yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Gals gotta do what a gal's gotta do. Yeah. I know it's not soft, but you just... The technique is you press it down so it's like in half, so it's like flat in half, and then you just pat with it. Pat, pat, pat.
Yeah,
pat,
you
pat.
just dab.
Pat, yeah, pat, dab pat, it. Pat. I don't know it's not more cursed than the turkey, but it is pretty cursed. I just don't know who wakes up and is like, I want to be an empty toilet paper roll.
Like, hey guys, I'm on a roll.
Oh, I get it.
I hate puns. Why do you do that?
Fine then. Goodbye.
プレイショップお金
She has no money.
お金がお金がない稼ぎに行かなきゃ
Gotta make money.
稼ぎに行かなきゃ
Putting Robo.
稼ぎに行かなきゃあ、釣りしたんだよね確かうわ懐かしい釣りしてた釣りオッケーバットオッケーバットレイレこれレイレの雲の実もらううりゃ雲の実僕のだぞ
You got a clownfish.
ここで僕は何もできないんじゃ
Oh
ない
yeah,
の
no. Number 2 would not have been good. Only Achan.
モンダンジョンみたいなケモンダンジョンみたいなことをして終わったわそういや確か前回そうだそうだ A ちゃんの壁作って終わったんだそうだ
Achan walls, nice.
待ってこれ作ってもしかしてお金なくなったんじゃないのうわーそうだ A ちゃんを壁代わりにして部屋作ってたんだわ
Oh god, she made rooms with Achan as the
や
walls.
ってたなこれここ行けないけどA ちゃんホロキュアでずっと待っててくれてた1年
Oh
3ヶ月前1年3ヶ月前の A ちゃんA ちゃんはここにいつでもいるよ
Always be there forever and ever. Mio and Reine.
ロボコはね強いんですよ実はこのゲームやばい僕のレベルを上げてくれ
Oh, there we go. Ah!
痛いクリティカル率は 3% ゲル高性能高性能いやーこの間やばい押しつぶされるよーこれ欲しいやばいこれ銃を強くするべきだった絶対間違えたやばい銃をやるべきだった高性能ビリビリビリビリビリビリビリビリ
Bitty, 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 bitty. Oh, that's a new one. Definitely didn't have that before. Definitely didn't have that one before. That's brand new. You failed November. Oh god. Gamer club in college 5 to 6 years ago. There was a girl who liked to kick her friends in the shin as a joke. Didn't hit the shin. Oh goodness gracious. Guy was my judo partner. Watched him fold over, cringing in pain. The problem was she was one of those hugger girls. Wanted to hug everyone, but I was too scared. You succeeded, Soviet Union, in the non-sub nut November. You always have to have like peanuts and walnuts, even though some of them aren't actual nuts. You know, the nuts, the legumes, they all have to be there. You have to go, yeah, no. There you go. Oh no.
痛いなんか血が出てる血が止まらない待って何これいったいいのが来ておりゃー痛い
Oh god.
めっちゃ痛い
What muscle is your favorite?
Your what? What?
Your favorite muscle.
Muscles. Deltoid. Which one?
What's that?
I think that's like the back, upper back, shoulder muscles.
Oh, upper back muscle.
Yes.
Oh, you like them shoulders?
Yes.
Back shoulder. Oh.
I like bulbous boingiosis.
Oh no.
What part?
Muscle in a penis.
Okay, Misty, I'm not gonna judge. I'm happy for you.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I didn't even know until like last year that it was only a muscle. I thought I had bone in it.
There's no bones in the penis.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I mean, there's gotta be a muscle in there. You know,
I didn't know it was a muscle. Anyway,
there's gotta be.
Oh God, she didn't know it was muscle. She thought it was.
I mean, I lost the
bone.
tag. Oh, I found the tag. Here we go.
She thought it was a bone. Yeah, that's why they called it a boner.
What is something you're glad your mom doesn't
Nanny? Nanny? Yes, Gerard.
Come on, guys. Be honest. Cough it out.
Mom, pretend you don't hear this.
But it's... I don't know. It's gross.
BL stuff, right? No. I want to say like BL stuff and R18 stuff, but they already know it, and you know, I don't know.
Your mom knows about your BL?
Yeah, they caught me once, and they was like,
what?
they just scolded me, but after that, it's like, all right.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even hide my BL stuff anymore.
They know about Godzilla?
Yeah, they know. I said it to my mom. Mom, I want to marry Godzilla, and she said like, oh.
As long as you get married?
Oh my God.
As long as you get married, it's good.
Goodness, Godzilla is so hot. I want to marry him. Ha! And then she was like, okay. I know, they gave up already. I know, unconditional love, yeah.
They gave up. They gave up.
Okay, alright, Kay. Ollie, what about you?
Boner literally meant joke. 50's boner was a joke? I didn't even know that.
This was so silly. Back then, we only had one family computer in the household.
Okay.
Oh, no.
During that one time, I looked up corn.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Sure.
What's corn?
What? Go on.
What?
Yeah, corn.
Go on.
And it was the corn had pretty fucked up tags because I was just curious. I wanted to know.
Wow.
You know, so I went to the said websites and I input like a bunch of tags in.
Oh, not the corn. Ollie, not the corn on the family. Oh my God.
Oh, dear
I thought I
lordy.
deleted the internet history.
Oh.
Nope.
Go on.
Boy, I was wrong. And so the next day, my mom came to me and she was like, Ollie, can you believe it? Your brother. And I yeah. But you know,
Apologize to your brother right now. Oh my God.
Who took the fall?
Homie got framed.
I'm sorry.
Oh God, little bro took the fall.
Little bro took the fall, actually.
I'm sorry, Olo.
Oh, poor brother.
Poor brother.
So yeah. He never got the scolding. It's just that my mom just kept on judging my brother for his taste.
You could have like keep playing along with it. Like, oh yeah. You did?
Did you play along with it?
Oh, God.
What? Yeah. Well, I had to.
Well, I guess it's
Seemed
you know
like
what, this is
grace.
something you're glad your mom doesn't know about. I swear. Okay, I guess Ollie's mom still doesn't know. It's fine.
Hi.
Okay.
There's secret techniques based on your race. That
What?
sounds like something you would hear from a panhandler in New York. For $5, I'll tell you the secret techniques you can unlock depending on your race.
Oh,
Sorry,
God.
man, I don't have $5. Sorry. What are you offering me? Bottle? Don't you fucking give me no jar, motherfucker. Humans have the best racial combo. Why is this game so rigged, dude? Now is new joke. What is this? What is this, dude? What is this? Where did my book go that you just gave me? There it is. You're once again in the soul stream. Before you now is giggling to herself. Greetings, Militia. Hehe. I heard a great joke from one of your compatriots the other day. Would you like to hear it? Thrilled to see now so happy, you nod. Wonderful, follow me. With a flash, you are transported to Tiercanel. Now points you towards a new tavern, the paint on the sign still fresh. The sign is a subtle... Fuck you!
Sneed, speed, and seed.
Fuck you, dude! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
F and S is probably ends with UCK probably.
The sign is a subtle joke. The shop is called Sneed's Feed and Seed, where feed and seed both end in the sound eed, thus rhyming with the name of the owner, Sneed. The sign says that the shop was formerly Chuck's, implying that the two words beginning with F and S would have ended with uck, rhyming with Chuck. So when Chuck owned the shop, it would have...
Feed duck and sea duck, of course.
You're a fucking idiot, dude. You're a fucking idiot. So when Check out the shop, it would have been called Check's Feeduck and Seaduck. Oh my god. Mommy Novel was a mistake. Mommy Novel was a fucking mistake, dude. Mommy Novel was a fucking mistake.
Little sister's revenge, yes.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
She gets trolled by her chat so
I love
much.
wearing skirts so I can look at my legs in the mirror and be like, oh, damn. As a guy, sometimes I kind of wish we could wear them. You can. Do what you gotta do. Do what makes you happy. You want to wear a skirt? Who said you can't? Wear a skirt so I can check out your legs. Go on, jailbirds. Go get a kilt, get a skirt, wear it so I can look. I want to stare at your bare legs every time I leave the house. That would make me so happy. Please.
Oh
What if her
God.
legs are hairy? Good. I like a man with hairy legs. You got hair on your body?
What the hell? What the hell? she made the jailbirds go insane.
I'm just
They would
being
definitely be
weird.
exalted.
Sorry. Let's move on. Let's move on. Anyway.
She got the lap pillow going.
Oh my god, it's so over for me.
Oh dear lordy. The arts people. Oh god.
You want me to be your mom?
What?
Oh, you want me to be your mommy? Well, then go clean your freaking room and take out the trash.
Oh, your sister is having a baby.
Gonna be a dad?
Elizabeth,
will you be my mom?
The trash.
Oh, your sister is having a baby. Never mind.
Never mind. I'm gonna be a dad.
Elizabeth, will you be my mom? Breathe if yes. Or recite the Bible in Japanese if no. What the frig?
Alright, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. What? What did you say? I've lost gallons to you.
What? Huh?
I hope you find it.
Oh. Hello. リーダーから話は聞いてるよ。はい。私の名前はジャッカス。砂漠の機械どもを退治して。What a name! Wow, your parents hated you.
The mommy voice.
Trash. Trash, garbage, awful, horrible, terrible, disgusting. Get it out of my face. Your name is Tiffany!
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it! I love it! Oh gosh!
I gotta love that. Gotta love Kanade.
Next video! Thank you!
This was...
Greetings, hello!
This was a one... By this time, she had already been awake for 22 hours straight. Awake for 22 hours straight. Not just streaming 22 hours. Awake 22 hours.
Yo, the name is Miri Celeste, your local calculator and adventurer on duty.
Did you say celery? She said celery.
Greetings, hello! Yo, the name is Miri Celeste, your local calculator.
She wrote celery! It's
An
canon.
adventurer
It's canon
on
now.
duty.
Canon.
You know who I am. I hope your 24-hour stream is going well and that you're not too tired and your throat is okay. I know how taxing long time streaming can be.
It
So
can be
I hope
very
you're
taxing,
taking care
yes.
of yourself. There are a lot of things that I want to say, but I am nearing my 5th year of VTubing.
That's insane.
This coming December, and I honestly didn't think I would be able to have you by my side as I reached this point in my life. So I am honestly just so grateful to have you as one of my best friends ever. When things sometimes don't go well, you really motivate me to be a better person. Like life is worth living because
Aw,
I get
that's
to have people like you in my life. I met you. I met you. I do meet you too, but the most important thing being I met you. You're one of the most honest, responsible, humble, hardworking girls I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. And you grow every single day, and it is just so inspiring to me. You are a bona fide singer now, which I am so proud about. Your progression is incredible. Your progress for everything is amazing. I definitely want to see you do more things, get out of your comfort zone more. I want to observe you accomplish more things. I want to see you grow even more and more and more. I want to attend a concert. I want to see you do so many cool things. I want to thank you, most importantly, for being my friend, inviting me to things, reaching out, talking to me, being comfortable with me, venting to me, and also consoling me, checking in on me, checking on how I'm doing, listening to me. It was a very rough year this year for me, especially the past few months, and I really, really value having you in my life. Thank you for having me for this. And of course, I don't want to end the stream on weird, bittersweet, sad notes. So, here's a question for you. Would you ever do a 3D sleep stream? If you had the time, gear, and environment, because I kind of want to see you toss and turn. I never observed you when you sleep, so I'm just so curious. I also want more Chaos Kitchen, if it's possible. And reactions of people having the food, or seeing you participate in a cook-off or bake-off would be so fun. I want to taste your cooking again when I see you in the future.
Yes.
Oh, and I have to show you something. Hold on. I love her. Thank you for this.
Miori. 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 I have many emotions, thank you, that I will convey in a message to you personally. Mia has been one of my best friends for a while now, and I am so lucky to have her in my life. I honestly feel like she does more for me than I do for her. What she asked, would I do a 3D sleep stream if I had the time, money, and equipment? No. I know I toss and turn in my sleep because I wake up with gravity-defying hair, and that can only happen if, you know, you toss
I know
and
that.
turn.
I know that
But
feeling.
I feel like I sleep in really ugly positions. Like one
I
of
understand
my
that too.
legs is like up to my chest, and then the other one is like parted open, like a old middle-aged man. I don't know. It's comfortable. You're telling me you want to see that? That's so weird, bruh.
People
Thank you
are
very
weird.
much.
People
I
are
love
gonna be
you.
into that
See
kind
you
of stuff.
soon.
I guarantee
I still
it.
have the
Guarantee
thing that you left here last time. It's safely stored away. Remind me to remind you to get it. That's how you know you're true friends. You start leaving things at each other's houses by accident.
Well, yeah, it means
Her
you've been
ring.
around enough.
She left a ring at my place the other time. It's safely in my jewelry box.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's go.
Hi.
Hi.
What? What's that?
Did you not feel that?
Feel what?
I hit you.
What?
What? You didn't take the hit. That's not immersive. That everyone's gonna feel like this isn't real.
It's not real.
Bruh. Okay, I'll try again. Here, you got it. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're gay. Yeah, you're gay.
Okay, I mean, I thought that has no relation, but...
It definitely has a relation because I don't like
What?
That's fucked up.
So you want to say that in a full sentence? You don't like what? You don't like who?
I don't like the
What the f? You can't say that. 30
actually, yes, I
minutes
can.
into the collab. 30 minutes into the collab, bro. You haven't even... You've had one shot, and you're already getting homophobic. That's crazy.
Wait till I
do
get
not
2
condone
shots
this.
in.
Wait, what happens at 2 shots?
I think I may be banned by the end of this.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
mind.
Some vinaigrette, cherry tomatoes, and basil. All right, boys. First bite for those of you who said I'm Vi. Yum 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 yum. Jacob, close your mouth. No, this is for the Vi ones, the ones who voted that I was Vi.
Okay. Oh, that's that one. I remember that one. Oh God, it's gonna get me. It's that stuff. Fucking hell. It does end up being one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna stop that because that's gonna get me. That's gonna get me hit by the ban hammer or something.
Okay, am I allowed to look at it list?
What? Yeah. Of course.
Okay, it's like guess who?
Yeah.
Guess who? Okay, am I part of Hololive English?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, am I short? Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Am I shorter than 155 centimeters?
I don't know centimeters.
I don't know that.
No. I'm taller than 155.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Do I have a twin sister?
Yeah.
That's illegal. Well, am I blue?
Automatic wins. While unfair, Fauna's question is 100% legal. It is. It is.
It was the confidence that you answered. Are they above 155 centimeters? When everyone else was confused.
I feel like for that twin question, we're gonna have to draw on your face.
Wait, what? I see how.
Yeah. You'll still get a pillow throw. Don't worry.
Oh, go easy on
Okay.
me. Not
I'll
the
go
unibrow.
easy on you.
It's not a unibrow. It's nerd emoji. Glasses.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Gotta give her teeth too.
Oh.
Now your mouth looks like a nose.
Oh, you made my mouth a nose.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks, honey.
I want to say it.
Perfect.
Human, a little bit of magic. Do I have badoingadoings?
Not really.
Okay.
And the bodies were discovered as law enforcement executed a search warrant.
Oh God. Let's see. Now, I usually don't do this late in the thing, but the ting. We can just play a little bit of since we did run out of videos to watch, we can freaking play a teensy bit of what the fuck am I gonna play? I don't. Are there any games out there, honestly, where like that are? Well, there are games that are good in Steam, but I'm talking about is like games that are must play that are cheap right now due to Black Friday. Because Black Friday, Steam has some Black Friday sales. So we're just gonna be playing TCG, tabletop sims, stuff, whatever, for the next 15 minutes or so until the end of the stream. We have gotten to the end of. Damn, we've gone through a lot because of the fact today's was a little different. Today was a little different because I did have that chat with Eva, and she was here for, like, I just yapped too much. It's my fault more than anything. I yapped way too much. I love having Eva on here. It's rare that I have Eva on here, so I love chatting as well. And I wanted to just make it different. Since, anyways, most of the time that I let's just be honest here. Most of the time that I play any games, I don't have a lot of views. So, people don't stay for me playing games. So, I wanted to have, just more chatty chat, you know, more chat out there. Half of the stream is my yap. Half of the stream quite literally was my yap. It was fun. I'm glad you guys had fun. Now I need to load this fucking game because I need to see. I have $70,000. Why do I have so much money? I need to get rid of a lot of it so I can get more points, more XP, more of that stuff. And I don't care so much about the money right now, but I do need to get if it'll freaking load for once. There we go. Alright, so there's a bit of a line here. There's a bit of someone here. Fucking fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. 25. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 50, 75, 85, 90. Perfect. I was gonna give you actually 1 more cent, which would have been bad for me, because that would have been money out of my pocket. There we go! I thought that was done. Sorry. This shouldn't be here. It should be there. Oh, you fuck. How did that not catch you? Fucking stinky bearded man. I don't know how that didn't catch you. I don't know how that didn't catch you. But, you're a stinky bearded man. Oh, I don't have Subarus here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, whoa. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, we have a lot of 32s. Okay. We have this. There we go there. And that's fine. Oh, there's no more Guras. Why don't I just put some up here then? Instead of the Gura stuff. Ah, fuck. Well. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm running out of stuff. I'm not running out, but, you know, for me, it still is technically running out when I have this much stuff that I still need to put out there. I mean, it's technically, we're still good. Technically, we're still good. But you see what I'm saying? When it's so much. Oh god, okay. R, right click. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to actually, fuck. The blue sweet says we still have a lot. We are running out of the Shuba ducks. We're running out, we still have a lot of those. We do have some that could be put on there, some that could be put in there. Yay. Go to bed? You're gonna go to bed? You're gonna go to bed. Okay. All good. Oh shit. Okay. I need to show up here. Come on. Come on, buddies. Alright, good. 10, 11, 50. Boom. Hey! One of those books finally sold. Fuck. Okay. Only one? Well, I mean, if you don't have a lot of money, then I understand. Okay, I understand. Stinky people. Fucking stinky people. Let's go here. Destiny. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, there we go. That's not good that I didn't have that out until now. 4 there. Okay, so we have that there. We have 3 Hachamas. We have 4 here, but we have some here. 5. There we go. We have 2 of those. We have some of those. Those are not fucking selling hardly at all. The Guras are still fucking full. So, we don't have any need for those there. What about this one here? Yep, we have one. There we go. I need to basic Destiny box. We don't fucking sell those here. Well, maybe I should. I mean, occasionally you'll have a basic Destiny box. The Destiny is over here, isn't it? Basic Destiny? No, fuck that. I'm not buying those. What I do need to buy is some Shuba duck. We need to buy 1 more of these. We need to buy 1 of these. We need to buy some booster packs of, we'll just do 2 of these. And we'll do 2 of these. And then we'll do 1 of these because I always need to, I don't open up the regular Destiny packs anymore. 1,200 bucks, holy fuck. I don't open up the regular Destiny boxes anymore. What's going on? Oh, want to sell this? Asking price? The price is $27.13 is right now. $25. Done. Okay. So that's something added. Because what I can do is go F for the Tetramon. That one. And see, there we go. 32. I got some gains on that one. I didn't know they did that now. Like, I didn't know they did that now. You can actually buy cards. I did not know that. Like, they were actually trade cards with you. That's actually very interesting. I did not know that. I know that now, but I did not know that before. Uh-oh. I was about to be like, uh-oh. Fucking Hachamas. I knew they were gonna sell out. Where are they? No. No. Hachamas. Why are we having a rush now? Of all times to have a fucking rush, why are we having a rush now? Holy Jeebus. You bought a lot. Sir, you bought a lot. Holy shit. 25, 7, 50, 60, 70. Oh, 7. There we go. I'm getting hit. Like, suddenly we fucking had a big rush of people. Okay. 40, 75, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25. I'm getting hit. I'm getting hit. Oh, God. You have a card to sell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. There we go. Okay. Ooh, whoa. $4,000. $4,000? 4,300? 3,900. 3,500. Okay, perfect. $2.19. I'll buy it for $1. $1. Well, then decline. $35. $35. All right, so I'm gonna put that one out. The $4,300 one. Hey, for $3,500, I'm getting almost double. I'm getting almost double. That's nice. All right, 256. I'll do it for 150. Well, we'll try 100. See what you accept. Okay. 150. The highest I can go, it won't sell. 175. 1750, no. 170. Oh, he didn't sell it. God damn it. Did he not sell it? No, he didn't sell it. Fucking shit. Well, I mean, like, I'm not gonna fucking pay too much money on this shit. You know me.
That's what she said.
Yeah, nice looking art for the boobas, baby. It throws a whole wrench into everything when you have someone actually trying to sell you shit. Like, it throws a whole wrench into everything when someone's trying to sell you shit. Okay. 665. So for 665, 550. Okay, cool. For 203, I'll offer you 100. Oh, he didn't even accept. He's like, fuck that. Offended. Offended he was. He was offended so much that he's just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna sell you shit. Oh, I fucking love that. I fucking love that. He was like, fuck that. I fucking love that. He was so offended. He's like, fuck you. I'm not, fuck you, you're a liar. I'm not selling you anything. 54 bucks. We'll go for 40. Bit too low. 50, nope. 45 is the best I could do. 45, that's the best I could do. Decline. I'm sorry. $4. I can do 3. Ah, I can do that. I can do that. Ooh. I don't know where I got that one from, but yeah, it happened. I mean, some of that card is like, I'm not gonna buy anything less than 50 bucks. Base customer, yes. Base customer definitely was like, fuck you, I'm not gonna buy that shit from you any— No. That was based. That was very much so based. Now, let's fix this. Shall we? We have 23, 23, 23, 22, 22. We have 11 here. So that's 25 there. 21 there. 22 there. Holy shit. Holy shit. Seriously? Some of these motherfuckers. Holy crap, man. There we go. 23, 23, 17, 21. There we go. I guess it depends on where you go. Still gonna be making money on those cards, but less money than if I was actually, you know, getting those cards naturally. So this is the brand new one where people try to trade cards into you. That was like a $5,000 card. That's now $3,000. That I bought for $3,000. Or $4,000. I bought it for something. I bought it for $3,500 or something like that. So I'm gonna be able to make like at least $1,500 off of that Fubuki one, just the Fubuki one. My expensive cards are all there. The Mokokoe. Destiny deck. There we go. Open these up. Ah, people left already. Oh no, Kurisu, it happens. It happens. It happens. Selling VTuber cards, even I want to play this game because it has Fuwawa. Okay, just letting you know, this game, as you can see, some cards haven't been added yet, because you still have a Poseidon there. It hasn't been added. This is a Hololive mod. It's a Hololive mod for the very nice, for the TCG card shop simulator thingy. It's a Hololive mod for it. It's money right there. Poseidon is something that hasn't been switched over. I'm gonna finish opening this box. Because I should. The body does need rest, and you should definitely get that rest. You definitely should. You as well, Screaming Chi, have a wonderful night's rest. Take care of yourself. Be well. Remember, you guys are number one. You guys are the number one people that should be taken care of. You guys should always take care of yourself. Eventually, my knight in shining armor, which is basically the person who's going to be buying my shit, is going to pop in. Poseidon, again, is one of the ones that hasn't been switched over for a Hololive card yet. It's gonna happen when a lot of new cards start popping up. Doesn't like me and I don't like it. Rare Raora, yes. Yeah, Raora doesn't pop in too much on the Card Shop Simulator one. Interestingly enough. How many of these do I need? There we go. We need one of these. That one. I didn't know I had a box like that there, so that's another one. Apparently I have a lot of sniffies. Let's go see if there's something needed here. Nope. Needed here? Nope. I guess there not too many stinkies pop in over there. Oh, dear God. Thank you, Kurisu. Thank you.
Would fail as owner since I would mostly keep Matsuri cards. Sayu heart, Sayu crit.
Would fail as owner since I would mostly keep Matsuri cards.
Very true. I do agree with you there. Matsuri cards. Matsuri is good. Matsuri is good. But Matsuri, yes. Matsuri is amazing. Matsuri does a lot of wonderful things for the VTuber community, and I'm so very glad that they do. Of course. That's it. That's it for that one. Let's put that one down there. Now I'm gonna pick this one up because over here appear to be some cards that were used up recently. There we go. So there we go on that one. And ooh, I forgot to pay my bills. Pay the bills, pay the bills, pay the tax man. Pay the tax man. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Forgot to say that. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I didn't make any money because of the fact that I paid for a card, a really expensive card, as you guys saw. That's why I didn't make any money. All right, 4 and 3. That's fine. I didn't buy it. Damn it. Oh, wait, no, I did. Wait. 4 and 3. So we'll do 4 here. So far, that's still good. That's still good. Most of this is still fine. People are still buying stuff. So I'm going to sit here for the beginning. How? Is this off? It's not off. But how the hell did you skip through, you fucking fuck? 50, 75, 80. Get the fuck out of here, you stinky bitch. 74.95. Oops. 95. Ah, some coronas. Good. I see you are a woman of culture. Okay, you want to sell something? 1898. We'll go 1400. 1400 was a good deal. Okay. I mean, I can still get minimum 400 a gain on that one. And he bought an expensive card. Holy shit. Well, I'm gonna put that card out. That's the first card I'm gonna fucking pull out. And then the 166 Raden is gonna be something else. I mean, why not? 71 cents. I could just give you 0.25. I can give you 0.25. Nope. Okay. Well, it's fucking only 71 cents, you piece of shit. God damn it, I hate you. I hate you. Why are you trying to sell me a 75-cent card? I'll give you 25 cents because I felt bad for you. Subaru, Base, Celia, Raura. I'd probably keep one of each. Being a card shop, of course, you have to make sure not to keep the super expensive ones. That's one thing I learned very, very quickly. You don't keep the super expensive ones. You just keep the ones that you drop by quickly since I'm waiting on a estate agent. Oh, okay. Well, hope it goes well with the estate agent, honestly. That can always be a bitch to handle, bitch to deal with, so definitely understand that part. Up, 3 hours have passed. Let me just, do I? Yeah, I'm gonna stand here. Let's try to clear some of these people out. Hey, but you took it. There we go. Hey, you bought a pecora. Nice. And you bought it on credit. Nice. You're going to pay it later. I charge 30% interest, so you're going to pay it later. 10, 12, 75, 80. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Just doing the easy ones. Shabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba. Shabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba. Shabba-dabba-dabba. There we go. Oh, nothing. Nice. Hey, nice. 186 bucks. Nice. 186.95. 5. There we go. Ah, there's someone trying to sell a card. Right? You're trying to sell a card. 25 bucks. I'll give you 15. Well, I mean, that's the best I could do. Yeah, 15's the best I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna buy a card for 20 bucks when I can like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna have to buy. I don't have to buy every single fucking card out there. I've realized that now. I don't have to buy every fucking card out there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So some of my expensive cards have been sold. I'll give you $5 for it. $5 for it. Well then, decline. I will give you... Oh! A trade. Trade for a Chloe. I mean, it's, yeah. Yeah. Well, I have to decline. Unfortunately, I have to decline. I thought I had the card, but apparently I didn't. So I will leave you guys there, of course. And I will see if I can move you guys onto Twitch. I'm buying fucking I'm buying too many fucking cards is what it is. Crony, I've had a flow glow. Member told you to keep it's gonna be added. I guarantee you flow glow is gonna be added. I guarantee you flow glow is gonna be added eventually. Like, no fucking lie. I guarantee you that flow glow is gonna be added eventually. I mean, it takes a while for them to add it in there because this is, like I mentioned, it's a Hololive mod on top of things. So it's gonna take a little bit, of course. Let's see. I'll send you guys to Kokui today. Kokui is starting and it's doing video mods dive. Kokui core 3 AM commands. It's just chatting. But let's see. They're just chatting. So we'll take a look at Holocure. IME is doing Holocure. We'll take a look at Holocure instead. I want to send you to Kokui, but Ayumi is doing Holocure instead. Gonna send you guys there. On the Twitch side, on the YouTube side, as you hear the shit going on in the background, we are going to send you guys to let's see, Dia Fortuna, where's Shinma Vtuber, not gonna send you to any big people. I'll send you to Brielle Cookie Box again. I sent you guys there before. Hope you guys do enjoy, hope you guys do have fun, and do have an amazing time. And of course, as I've always said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving me chances when it comes to the news and other things like that to show things to you guys and so that you guys can actually enjoy it. I do appreciate it. Do appreciate you. Thank you all so much for being here. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your nights. Do wonderful things like, get after stream care. If you need to raid and dash, that is not a problem. Every single person I've ever sent anyone to says raiding and dashing is not an issue whatsoever because they understand people need to get some rest, etc. So go ahead, do that. Have a good night, Piprick, Gerard, Jomin, everybody who was here. Thank you, Eva, for being here and chatting with me. Tessa Mekano, Kurisu, everybody. Salty Dog, Lunar Fox already went to sleep. Everybody who was here, really do appreciate you. Enjoy where I'm going to send you. Of course, like I said, you don't have to follow them. There's no requirement to follow. I'm not going to get angry at you or anything like that. Just enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful day. Love each and every one of you. And I will continue to be here tomorrow and every day from here on. So they've raided out. I'm gonna raid you guys out over here. It's gonna be Brielle Cookie Box.